Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome to Tempting Fate, or what is normally Tempting Fate. I will explain. Hi, I am Rick Budd, and as you may have noticed, I do not have Nick Gilman, my typical co-GM here. Nick Gilman is a little under the weather. He wasn't able to make it. Don't worry, as far as we know, he is not dying. But,
Can I start a bunch of unsubstantiated rumors?
Oh,
Where
please
is
do.
Nick and what is he doing?
Yeah.
Can't be dying if you're already dead.
Whoa.
Oh, that's. I was thinking spy missions, but maybe that too.
I am getting an update that Nick Gilman has died. Nick, wait. No, I'm getting a new update that last update was wrong. Yeah.
Who reported?
Goes
So-
to Nick Gilman.
Yeah, so it didn't quite feel right to us to do a Tempting Fate without Nick, so we decided that tonight we are going to try something a little different, and we're going to do a one-off of a really fun game called Lasers and Feelings. Lasers and Feelings by John Harper, game designer, and it is inspired by a song by the Double Clicks. It is kind of a funny space thing where making characters and creating the world and playing the whole thing in one session is just all part of the game. So, that's what we are going to try and do tonight. First, why don't we start by introducing our players. We'll start over there and just say who you are and where we might know you from.
Hi, I'm Max Isaacson. I am a director of things that oftentimes wind up on the internet where you live. Such as one episode of Future Girl that stars these two amazing people. So that's the most important thing that you've heard today.
And you were also on a lovely stream earlier today here on
That's
this
true, I
very
live here
channel.
now. Yeah.
Sorry, Dom.
You're stuck with me.
You are. I'm Heather Wood. You will know me from Future Girl. It's Future Girl family. And also the Drunk Grammar, a series called Drunk Grammar, where
Drunk Grammar is
B.
great.
Kaylin and I drink wine and talk about grammar. It's
Check
a good
it out on
time.
YouTube.
Yeah, and then it's not as cool. Go. It's good. It's not Amy's. We all want to see Amy. Let's be real here.
My name's Amy Dallin. I like to play games on the internet and/or talk about comics and/or make shows like Future Girl, which was really fun. And technically, everybody here was involved in.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
directly.
true. Omar here was one of the psychologists of the future. It was a key
Yeah.
role.
We frequently discuss we're like, technically you're canon in the world of Future Girl
That's
because
right.
of that
You are
zeitgeist.
the
That character is based off of Jeff Goldblum. I want you guys to know.
Yes!
Not Ian Malcolm.
Right. Jeff Goldblum. Right.
And that's an exclusive piece of information.
I always suspected.
And I'm Omar. If you've been watching this during this whole weekend, you might recognize me from the Scooby-Doo game that we played maybe just a few hours ago or maybe a week ago. I can't tell anymore. I left the studio at 5 a.m. Also, you can find me on the Sunnydale Study Group podcast, where we discuss Buffy episodes and life things, as well as the 13 Days, 13 Shorts Festival, which is going on right now. And I'm shooting 13 fake trailers for that, and it's been nuts. So those should all be up by Halloween.
And you do that every year.
Yes,
And
yeah,
that's
this
so
is the
cool.
10th year of the festival, which is amazing
Wow.
and
Happy
wonderful.
10 years. That's
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, wow.
I got myself silver? I forget.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you should've.
All right, so some things that you should know. As always, if you subscribe, you get a re-roll to give out to one of our cast members. In this case, just one of our cast members, not me. I don't roll in this game. So, yeah.
Or the players.
Oh, yeah, so tonight it's the players, I can say wholeheartedly. But tonight we're also going to try something different. We're going to put some rerolls up in exchange for donations. You can buy a reroll for a player for $6, or you can get 3 for $15. You will be drastically tilting the balance of power in favor of one of them, but that's up to you. And as we usually do on Tempting Fate, we're going to have carrier penguins in this. Our carrier penguins in Tempting Fate are a sort of mailman-like organization, a postal service-like organization that cannot be stopped from completing their appointed rounds. Not rain, nor sleet, nor being in space in a completely different game can stop them from delivering your messages to the players or whatever you want to throw in one of those carrier penguin messages.
Now I'm imagining carrier penguins with little space hats on.
Yeah, they actually, when they show up,
Just
they
the
will
space
wear
hat.
little bubbles around their heads, and they will fly in a giant spaceship that is shaped like a bigger penguin.
Of course.
That raises a lot of questions.
And we will deal with some of those questions next week. Tempting fate. Just because it was fun when we did it last time, if you happen to be generous enough to get us to $100 in donations tonight, we will make one of our players, which we will determine by rolling a d4, start rhyming for the rest of the game.
No!
They love it.
Son of a bitch.
But if amazingly, if you go beyond that by $25, if you get us to $125, we'll make a second player join the rhyming. And for every $25 thereafter, if we get all the way to $200, say, everybody will speak in rhyme from that point on for the rest of the night, whether they like it or not, whether they can keep it up or not. And we will enforce that with some kind of discipline, which Dom is trying to determine right now behind the scenes. It'll be
Building a
violent,
giant
I promise.
contraption.
Ejector seats, what?
We promise violence. So that is the rhyming scheme. Should that
The
take-
rhyme scheme?
That's good. That was good.
Oh, I totally did that on purpose. Thank you. And as always, shout out to Dom and our friend Rick Bear, who is the unseen member of our team, working they're doing all the boards and stuff back there. Thank you guys. That's it, I guess. With that, I guess we start playing Lasers and Feelings. Now, just a couple of quick provisos. This is actually my first time GMing without my partner. We developed our style together. We have always done it together. So this is the first time I am flying solo, and the first time I am GMing in this system. I played in it once before, but that is basically all I know. So if I do a terrible job, that is
Nick's fault.
that is Nick's fault.
Yeah.
Hashtag blame Gilman.
Yes!
Yeah.
It has always been true, it will be true in the event that I totally fail. Now, on the other hand, you can consider this another good reason for donating. You can get Saving Throw enough money to hire qualified GMs who know what they're doing and actually can successful do this thing. So with that, let us get right to the game. So Lasers and Feelings, part of the game is that we design the world and make the characters and put the whole thing together as part of the game. And that starts with character creation. Now, if you do a quick Google search for Lasers and Feelings, you can find the website where you can see, thank you, Omar. See, they all know this better than I. You can check out their the sheets, all the rules, everything you need to know, all fits on the one page. And
That's just crazy awesome.
Yes, which is crazy awesome, and it works like so well. You know, it's like these games are hard to design. This one's really clever, and it's like, character creation is where it starts. And there are 4 steps to character creation, which I will just zip the audience through right now while you guys start thinking about what you're doing here. You choose a style for your character, and the choices are alien, android, dangerous, hotshot, intrepid, savvy, or sexy. You choose a role, which is like a job on the ship, doctor, envoy, engineer, explorer, pilot, scientist, or soldier. And then you pick a number from 2 to 5, which represents your lasers or feelings score for your character. If you are better at lasers, say if you pick a very high number, then you are better at lasers, and that means you're good at technology and science and rationality, calm, precise action. You're Spock, your Data, you're Sherlock Holmes type. You're all cold and calculating. And if you pick a low number, then it means you're good in feelings, and that is being good at things like intuition, diplomacy, seduction, wild, passionate action. So basically, you're a Kirk, you're a Picard, you're a Cisco, you're Yeah, Picard. He just in the movies. Yeah, movie Picard counts.
No, he sits in the
Picard's
chair.
He's
a lot
not
of feels,
technically a-
man.
That's a lot of feelings.
Yeah, he's got a
He's
lot of
a
feelings.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, he's really.
And he gets all enraged and actiony in the movies and stuff. And movie Picard is not technically a different character, even though he might as well be.
Young Picard fought those Nausicaans.
But
Yeah.
that's right. He
He did.
fought the Nausicaans.
That's
yeah,
true.
There you go.
Stab in the heart.
That's very true.
That's yeah.
And
Thank
season
you.
1 suit was too tight. Anyway, that's really why he couldn't fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the first season. Literally, the
I'm
costume
like,
was too small for
this
him.
is uncomfortable. Just do whatever you
But
want.
it did get him into
It's a
some
whole
wild
season
passion
of
and
television. Nobody was like, let it out in the car.
Just
So, yeah,
keep it going. We made the investment.
I watched
This is it now.
saw a YouTube video that was just Riker, like just sitting backwards in a chair.
Yeah,
like it was
man,
all
Riker
like a
sits.
compilation.
Wait, I want to see that. I've never seen that.
Sitting?
All right. So
What are you even still here for?
I know.
we will show Amy the Riker sitting video.
Yay!
Break.
If you donate $100,
If you
I
donate
get to
a
see that video.
If you donate
about it,
$100, if you donate $100, everybody will do their impressions of Riker when we come back from
I
the
can
break.
sell that.
Oh yes, that'd be amazing.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out YouTube. Once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it. Anyway,
I've seen
so,
Worf getting knocked on the head a lot.
Yes.
That one I've seen.
It's
Focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So character creation. Now, basically, players just sort of are supposed to pick from these 4 categories, but some of our players are talking about rolling up characters using die to determine what they're going to pick. So, do you want to talk about your strategy towards?
Well, I think 2 people already had choices, so
Yeah.
maybe we should go
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, okay.
Let's
So, what do
start with certainty.
And then we'll eliminate those. I don't know.
Okay.
It'd be a savvy sitting Riker, but I think that's out. No, yeah, here, take it away.
no. I thought I was
Okay, I
just
can do it.
reacting to what you were saying. I was super
Yeah,
excited.
sure. Well, I mean, obviously it's Halloween, week, and we're in the throes of
oh yeah, happy Halloween. Thank you.
costume brie, and yeah, happy Halloween, everyone. Which is, the entire month of October.
Yeah, we'll make this a Halloween episode, I guess. We'll do some kind of space pumpkin.
Retcon.
Space Pumpkin.
We're in a pumpkin now, and so I think in honor of that, I had thought that maybe I would be like a sexy doctor. High heels, white latex outfit.
Does your doctor have a gender?
No, I'm male. Yeah,
Okay.
it's me.
And now it's a character creation.
Yeah, and now I. This is a game? This is a game to you? All right, I don't need a name.
Yeah, step 4. Give your character a cool space adventure name like
Oh yeah,
Sparks
and also
McGee
I
or
need to pick
something.
if I'm lasers or feelings. I'm definitely
you gotta-
feelings, obviously.
But how
so
feelings?
a low number, so between 2 and 5. I think I'm very feelings. I mean, I'm a sexy doctor, and I'm not a good doctor. I'm wearing like a sexy high heels outfit here. I'm gonna go with a 2. I'm the sexy doctor with a 2.
So your feelings too.
Yeah. I'm the worst doctor ever.
I don't want to give you this news, so I won't.
You die whenever. You figure it out.
Something's happening.
Heather,
I don't have a name yet, so I'd like to go that, but I'd like to be a dangerous engineer.
a dangerous
Because
engineer.
those
We're
are
the most
two
competent
Yeah.
crew.
that I don't
Great.
understand how that would go together.
Great.
But I can see like being set off at the wrong time.
So you are also a feelings character, I take it?
Yeah.
How feelings are you?
What are we supposed to? How does this?
Okay, we'll just go through this again.
You're either good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you pick a number from 2 to 5, and a high number means you're better at lasers, which is rational stuff, cold, calculating, that kind of things. And a lower number means you're better at feelings, like intuition, diplomacy, seduction, being wild, passionate action, things like
Okay.
that. It sounds like if you were a dangerous engineer.
See, it's complicated.
It's like, how are you dangerous, right? Like,
Yeah, in what way are you dangerous?
are you
Yeah.
crazy good?
I think. I think it's easy to set me off. Like
Okay.
I'll either go crazy and mess everything up, or I'll go crazy amazing and super fix things.
So you're very skilled, but you have a short fuse.
Yes.
A middle number?
That
that
feels
sounds
like
like a
it
middle
could go
number.
either way.
3.
3.
So we will call you feelings 3.
Can I be like Mickey McDougal or something? Is that no? Don't just ignore. Don't.
Are you just like you're like from like Southie? You're like, fucking me, Mickey,
Yeah, you want this fixed? Yeah,
fix
you
your
can
shit.
fix.
Do you want to be Mickey McDougal? I can't stop you.
I'll think about it, but
All right.
I kind of
We'll
do.
get
I'm
back
not
to your
gonna
names
lie.
later. Everybody, think about your names as you go. Amy, what are have you chosen?
Okay, so I think I am gonna roll up for the remaining styles for the character. We've got two feelings characters, so I'm leaning towards being on the laser side.
Okay.
But let's see what kind of thing we're looking at here. So alien, android, hotshot, intrepid, and savvy are left. So 6 is just try again. 1, 2, 3. I'm an intrepid something. I'm an intrepid. I'm an intrepid explorer.
Hey, intrepid explorer. Yep.
Yeah, that holds up.
Sounds right.
So I will go, because Intrepid Explorer doesn't sound super like Rational Android-y, I won't go all the way to lasers, which would be a 2, or a 5. I will go 1 down from that. I'll go 4. Intrepid Explorer, good at calm, precise action and cold rationality.
Okay. Lasers 4. Omar.
All right, I'm similarly to Amy, I'm gonna go ahead and roll here. So in terms of my style, 5 and 6 get reroll. That is, I am a savvy.
Oh, thank God. Someone is savvy.
I'm
Guys,
a-
I think we might live.
Yeah. They're not gonna like
That's not
you.
my diagnosis.
You're gonna wind up getting shot out of an airlock or something.
I'll pull this hash. All right, 5 and 6 again. You get a reroll here.
Yeah.
That's a reroll. It has a 5. I am an envoy. I'm a savvy
Oh, okay.
envoy.
What's an envoy? What is an envoy?
In
Like a
an-
representative.
in a
messenger,
ambassador.
ambassador,
Okay,
like-
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
It's,
No, I couldn't
So, are
Google
you
it without
a
being caught.
lasers or a
What's their
feelings
name,
kind of envoy?
I am gonna, interestingly
choice.
enough, and I
yeah.
know this is like an interpretation of these terms,
She saw
but I'm gonna
something
go
Yeah.
super laser.
Okay, super laser. So you want like lasers 5?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome.
Like,
Ah,
like
cool.
We're
as
running the
lawful as humanly
So
possible.
you're like this cold, rational envoy, but you're like a great envoy. So you're like a savvy envoy. So it's like you like must be like great at argument or dissecting people
Yeah.
psychologically.
I'm not gonna say like I'm cold. Like I'm definitely a warm person, but there's like no
Heard that about
feelings under it. You know what I mean? Like it's like
You're pleasant.
right, polite, but because that's how the job gets done.
Yeah, you understand the chess game that's really happening. You're able to like
Yeah,
move
exactly.
So
pieces.
basically, long story short, Omar's playing a sociopath.
yeah.
But a
I knew
warm
there was
one.
a word for
But a
it.
sweet, a sweet one.
Okay. No, there's room for a sociopath on this ship. Clearly.
Are we
Anyway,
using the setup up here?
setup.
We don't need to come up
Oh
with
yeah, we
names and
will.
stuff,
Yes.
maybe.
I'm just curious. Sorry, I got excited.
Just thank
Or
you, Amy, for
goals.
pointing out the setup for the adventure of Lasers and Feelings is that our team here is the crew of the interstellar scout ship Raptor, which we'll rename. And their mission is to explore uncharted regions of space, deal with aliens, both friendly and deadly, and defend the consortium worlds against space dangers. The consortium's, like a federation or something. Captain Darcy, the intrepid captain, I would assume, of our ship, has been overcome by a strange psychic entity known as something else.
Did you name that, Doctor?
I did. I can tell you one thing, that since my PhD is in literature,
Okay.
I know very little about
Do we think-
naming customs for psychic entities or anything that might be wrong with any of you.
Do we think it's supposed to be called something else, or are we supposed to make up a name and put in there? Did
No,
I just,
it's-
read
it's
like
in
it's
like a-
called?
They
it's
emphasize.
Yeah, they
something
emphasize
They
it. It's in
emphasize-
bold.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know
in
if I was
bold.
reading the equivalent of like a psychic entity known as insert
Your name
here.
here.
Yeah.
That would also be a good name.
So our crew has to fend for themselves without their captain while he is recovering in a medicine pod, or she. It actually does not say, and I shouldn't make assumptions. So we will get back to renaming the ship at some point for something a little more our universe than the Raptor, which start thinking about it. But okay, so now back to our regularly scheduled character creation. We are okay. So everybody has completed the first 4 steps, and now. Just so the audience knows, everybody is given a consortium uniform, which comes with a super sweet space phone camera, communicator, scanner thing, a little Star Trek kind of tricorder all-purpose
A lot of
thing.
hyphens.
And a varial beam phase pistol, which is set to stun usually. Great. Each character now has to choose their own character goal.
Can we read the player goal though? Because I love this part of the instructions.
Sure. The player goal is to get your character involved in crazy space adventures and try to make the best of them.
Crazy.
I love it. How do you win? You did that thing.
Love it.
Yeah.
Play game, love life.
And then each character gets their own goal, which they choose from themselves from this list. Which is the goal is either to become captain, meet sexy aliens, shoot bad guys. Find new worlds, solve weird space mysteries, prove yourself, or just keep being awesome. Like you got nothing to prove, It's like I guess no room for improvement. So, why doesn't everybody? What are your character goals?
To roll for one. I like to roll for the goal.
You want to roll for your goals?
Fun.
Yeah. Do you,
Roll for the goal.
should we go? You want to
Roll
go
for
clockwise
goal.
again? You wanna go clockwise?
There's, let's see,
see.
of these, 1,
think
2,
it's
3,
7, right?
4, 5, 6. Yeah, good job. There's probably some D8s around here somewhere.
Oh. Does anyone want to
Oh.
choose one?
I'm also willing to not admit that I have nothing to prove.
So you're ruling out.
I can't be awesome.
Okay.
That's a Max problem.
Yeah, you want to play a fantasy game where you're not already awesome.
Yeah, goddamn it. For once, can we pretend? Oh, wow, really? I rolled a 2, and the second option, obviously, is meet sexy aliens.
Yes, the
Sexy
sexy
doctor.
We're not out of the realm of,
All
of
right.
consistency.
All right, all of them are fair game. Because the meeting sexy aliens is what happens in my life, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay, but we need to get you a higher die then.
Oh,
'cause
I
there's
crossed
7
off.
options.
I crossed off his.
Oh, great, great.
I mean, I'm gonna.
We can all meet sexy
Or
aliens.
we could. I
Party.
mean, solve weird space mysteries.
Yes, dangerous engineer is gonna solve weird space mysteries.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
This is actually really fun. I'm just gonna. What's my? Oh!
Oh snap!
My
Shoot.
intrepid explorer wants to become captain.
Oh, well, probably that's fine.
Oh,
Where's the plug for that space pod?
we're gonna do
right.
like Macbeth in space.
I'm actually gonna. I'm not
pod.
crossing out become captain. So if I roll a 1 as well,
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh.
We'll make them fight.
I got the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep being awesome.
Okay.
Well, you're a savvy envoy, you know.
I can't appear weak in front of the general public.
You plebes.
All right. So now you guys need names before we move on to the next step.
Damn.
Yes.
You need the advice is to give your character a cool space adventure name like Sparks McGee or something.
We're not that far off from your character.
Yeah.
Mickey McDougal.
Yeah, that's Irish people in space. Something about
They're on it.
Mickey
Uh,
McDougal.
Give me a minute.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is a
have
tough
anything
one.
yet.
I think on like a quest.
Sexy Cheesecake.
Well, cheesecake works for sexy
Yeah,
doctor.
that's
So
true,
Dr.
yeah.
Cheesecake.
Dr. Cheesecake.
Dr. Cheesecake. Yes.
Dr. All right. You know what? I was joking about fucking cheesecake.
Dr.
All right.
Cheesecake
Dr.
makes house
Cheesecake.
calls. Great.
Dr. Cheesecake.
Yeah. I lied on my application.
I want to be at the graduation ceremony where they awarded the PhD in literature to Dr. Cheesecake.
Walked up and I was like,
Heather, what is the name for your dangerous engineer?
Dangerous engineer. I can only think of like wrestler names.
That's fine.
Like I still like Mickey Lightning. I don't know.
Mickey Lightning.
Mickey Lightning.
Wow.
Mickey Lightning.
Awesome.
Mickey Lightning and Dr. Cheesecake. This really sounds like the cast of the goofiest porn movie anyone has seen. All right, no, we're gonna stay on task. Annie?
So I'm an intrepid explorer, which I'm going to interpret intrepid as like just dangerously foolhardy because it sounds fun.
Okay.
And I want to become captain, and my name is. That's helping.
Sorry.
Pressure.
Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you have to decide like right now.
All right, my name is Jane Starcrash.
James
I
Starr.
like it. I like
If you
it.
haven't watched the new season of Mystery Science Theater, you are missing out.
Oh, great. We're starting with an MST3K reference. That actually bodes kind of well. Okay. Omar, what you had a name for your savvy envoy?
Yes, Clygman Steedhead.
Spelling?
Can you spell that?
Absolutely. CLAIGMAN space STEEDHEED.
Steve Heed?
Steedhead.
Now that's a name.
The E, I'm now realizing in the second half of my last name should be an A, but from the translation of the older language that my family is from, it's EE.
It's pronounced Steedhead.
But it's pronounced Steedhead.
Yeah, okay, I get it. That makes sense.
Okay.
I get it.
Clygman?
Clygman.
Clygman Steedhead. So
Clygman Steedhead.
meet our crew for the evening. Clygman Steedhead, Jane Starcrash, Mickey Lightning, and Dr. Cheesecake.
Yes!
Okay. Moving on. Okay,
I
so
just wish that I was just wearing like only fishnets and high heels right now.
next time.
You've got an appointment with
quit,
Dr.
yeah.
Cheesecake.
So now we have to get these explorers, intrepid and otherwise, a ship. And we create that ship.
Ooh,
the players
This is
create
fun.
it. They have to pick 2 strengths for the ship. Hang on for a second. The ship is called the Raptor in the rules. Do we want to make our own name?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a raptor to me.
Yeah. It looks more like
So
a
what-
pizza cutter.
A
Yes.
pizza cutter.
Yeah,
We could just call it like the cutter.
the cutter.
The cutter.
Yeah,
The cutter.
Yeah,
All right.
That's
We all know
intense,
what
brah.
it's really for.
Pizza.
Obviously, pizza.
So this is the crew of the cutter. And now they have to pick the cutter 2 strengths from the list. And the list is it can be fast, nimble, well-armed, have powerful shields, superior sensors, a cloaking device, or fighter craft. You get to pick 2 of those.
Do we need to pilot this? Because we don't really have any pilots among us, so maybe we should think about that. If
None
we're
of
gonna pick,
us is a pilot.
like good shields.
You know,
Nimble.
Autopilot?
don't
Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay, I won't worry
Great.
about it.
Your pilot will be an NPC of some
Yeah,
kind.
Okay.
chat, please start developing our
Yeah,
pilot
chat.
NPC.
Yes.
Shout out some ideas for our pilot, and I'll try and keep an eye on it if I can, which I probably can't. So don't take it personally. But I'm going to work on it. See if I can get the chat up here and see what you're doing. Oh, sorry, I got to watch the Bud Light ad. But the Bud Light ad supports saving throw, so thank you for
For what?
Drinking
drinking Bud
responsibly?
Light. Yeah, I don't know.
We should definitely poop on our advertisers.
I already see.
They don't know we exist, but
We're seeing somebody
they
suggest
did, I think they'd
Delively for
approve.
pilot. If only they could be here, we would make Delively our pilot in a second.
yes.
But while we're figuring out the pilot situation, let's get back to the Raptor. So,
Yeah.
have you fought it out and determined what your 2 strengths are going to be?
Should we also look at our problem and see if we want to balance it out, or just leave
Yeah,
it?
that's good. The other half of this equation is they got to pick a problem
thinking.
for their
See,
ship. And
you're
the problem could be
Smart lasers.
the problems could be the ship is a fuel hog. It always needs energy crystals. It only has 1 medical pod, and the captain is already in it, so don't get injured.
Definitely
It has
don't get
horrible
injured.
circuit breakers, which in battle tend to explode stuff on the bridge. You've seen it on Trek all the time. Or it has a grim reputation, like Captain Darcy did some really horrible, dark stuff in the past, and it's haunting you. You're paying for his sins, or her sins, sorry. You are paying for Captain Darcy's sins.
Okay.
So you can now pick. Do you
Darcy
guys
might
want
be
to pick,
paying
or do you
for
want to
this.
roll?
Yeah.
They're in a medical pod. It's being operated by adult.
Do you want to pick, or do you want to roll, or what do you want to do? How do you want to determine these?
Oh, maybe we should roll.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
roll.
let's
I mean,
roll it.
we're all really enjoying right now
The
randomizing our
dice have been
experience.
doing a lot of
1,
good
2,
work.
3, 4. So there's 4 things, right?
Problems?
Yeah.
4 problems.
Okay.
Got a D4.
In there.
And then if we have a D8 as well.
Yeah.
Treasure chest.
Wait, where are the D4?
Excellent. Do it. Get us a problem.
And
Oh no! We are
Fuel hog.
fuel hogs.
What?
Fuel hog.
Gotta get those energy crystals.
And a D8 for some strengths. If we
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, first
There are
strength.
many.
She may be a fuel hog, but whoops. But she's fast.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yes,
That makes sense.
Does
Yep.
actually. Stand up. You want to pick the second strength?
Sure. And nothing pairs with speed like a fighter craft, right?
1, 2, 3,
3,
4,
4,
5, 6. Reroll.
Nothing matches speed like
Ooh.
superior sensor.
Yay!
Eyes
Speed
in
and
the sky.
sensors, they say.
Speed and
Speed and
sensors, they
sensors.
say.
Yeah, so
Sensors
this thing
and
could just
speed.
zip by your planet and sense all the stuff about it as it is flying by without having to stop. So it can kind of explore the galaxy without having to, spend too much time
Meet
in any one
anybody.
place.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
great. Efficiency.
drive by.
Bye.
Let's face it, meeting people is overrated.
Aw, how will you meet your sexy aliens?
I know, I'm the one person on this crew who's like,
Yeah,
why
that's gonna
I
be a problem
killed
for you.
Captain Darcy.
This is my big chance.
All right, so
Oh, created adventure? Sorry, I got excited. I got ahead of everything.
now the created adventure thing is for me. The way this game works is that the adventure is rolled up from a table, which I will not bother to read you all at this moment. It is on the upper right, where Amy is pointing there.
Are you going to surprise us?
I actually rolled up the adventure shortly before we started.
What?
So right here, I have all the secrets of the universe, or at least the results of those 4 rolls, and when we will kind of have to take it from there.
It is an awesome table, though.
Literally every combination in here blows
It's
my
perfect.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really quite the table, and what we got should be fun. To take you through the rules just real quick, so you know what we're doing as we get started here. When the players want to do something risky, I have them roll a d6, and that basically just tells us how it goes. Now, the way it works is if they are a lasers character, if they are using their lasers ability, if they are doing something involving science or reason, they want to roll beneath the score that they picked at the beginning. So, say for Omar that would be a 5, for Amy that would be a 4, for Heather that would be a 3, for Max that would be a 2. And if you're doing something feelings, you want to roll above that number. So basically, depending on which one you picked at the beginning, certain tasks will be harder or easier for you. And that's pretty much most of what there is to know. Now, beyond that, if roll +1 die if you're prepared and +1 die if you are an expert. Where does that come in?
There's so many die. So if we're like
I don't
talking
think
to an
we're in
alien,
middle cut.
I would be able to roll additionally because I'm an envoy.
Really good.
So you
Yeah,
get a different one
I
each
think
time.
that makes sense.
And then
Okay, great.
Your expertise.
Right,
And
your
if you knew that
expertise.
this meeting was coming, you might be prepared.
the
So you
wall.
would roll 3 die, and if depending on whether that's a lasers roll because you're using your expertise, then you'd want to count up how many of the 3 die succeeded, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Each one, right, is an individual success or failure. And it's like, the way it goes is, right, you roll your die, you compare it to the number that you picked. If none of your die succeed, it just totally goes wrong. If one of your die succeeds, you barely manage. It's some sort of complication. If two of your die succeed, you do very well. And if 3 succeed, it's a critical success, which means you accomplish it plus some extra little something. If you roll your number exactly, you have laser feelings. And that gives you a special insight into what's going on. You can ask the GM a question, and I will answer it honestly. Some questions that they give for examples are, what is a player or a character really feeling? Who is behind the evil plan? How can they convince somebody to do something? What is really going on in a mystery? Things like that. You get one shot at the truth for one question. And also you can help other players. If you want to help someone else's role, you have to come up with some plausible nexus for how you can be helping. And then you make a help roll, and if you succeed, then you give that person 1 extra die.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, apparently we can change our action. If we get laser feelings, we have the option to ask you our question, change our action, and then roll again, which is
What?
I did not even
Fancy.
realize was a thing.
You can change
We may or
your
may not wanna
action
play
if
with
you
that
want
'cause
to,
it
then roll it.
Sounds
Whoa.
confusing, but
What?
You can change your action
Wait,
if you
does that
want
mean
to.
like I can like go back in time, or I can
guess-
do a second action?
like if we're rolling to do a thing, then maybe if I get laser feelings, I could be like, wait, is this actually gonna blow up the ship if I hit this button? And if you say yes, then I can be like, haha, just kidding, I defuse the computer.
Yeah, that's how we'll do that.
Great.
Makes a lot more sense.
Get at us, John Harper. Is that what that means?
Fucking Omega 13.
Yes, if anybody
right.
knows John Harper, please apologize to him.
Because we're gonna shred.
Like I said, this is another, once again, a great time to remind you that you alone can empower Saving Throw to hire more qualified GMs by donating in one of the ways that we have given you. And Don has a Rolodex full of experts he cannot pay. He is stuck with people like us.
It's like the NPR fundraising. Like, please God, just get
We'll send you
anybody
tote
who
bags,
knows how to do this
whatever.
job.
But if you want more amateur throat singing, stay tuned.
Now they all want amateur.
$200, let's get it done.
$200, we will start the amateur throat singing competition.
And it's gonna fucking rhyme.
Yeah. Yes. So with that, I think we have everything we need here. So just to take you all through it once again, we have Dr. Cheesecake, Mickey Lightning, Jane Starcrash, and Clegman Steedhead.
yes.
The crew of the cutter. They serve beneath Captain Darcy, who is in a medical pod, having been overcome by the strange psychic entity known as something else. And otherwise, yeah. So, how long do you think you guys have known each other? How long have you been on the cutter?
Been a good amount of time. I feel like we know each other. We've like.
Do you
You
travel
know.
with us all the time?
Not all the time.
Yeah, I feel like you might be sent out.
Are you
with
like
us to,
Inara,
special
kinda?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Like Inara.
When we say like the three of you, you're like a well-seasoned you're like the
how
next
it
gen
is.
crew. We say like you guys are like the next gen crew. You're well-seasoned. You've been together on the ship for a while, on the cutter, serving together, and you're like a recurring guest star. Every once in a while, you
Right.
show up on some mission, so they know you, but not the same way.
Like a Ferengi Q. Cool.
Yes. And yeah, so
Penguin delivers you occasionally.
Yeah.
So weird.
Back to your ship of a giant penguin.
so I'm sorry, Kligman.
Yes.
Why are you on the ship this time? where are you heading? What are you doing? What is your mission?
My mission.
You say where they're taking you somewhere for some sort of diplomatic mission.
Yes, absolutely. I'm essentially taxiing with this crew.
That's right. Let's say they're taking you through a dangerous corridor. That's why you need the cutter, because you are going to make contact with some civilization that is way out there, where it is unsafe.
The outer crust.
The outer crust. That's what we will call it. The cutter is headed into the outer crust.
Yes.
From the saucier,
Oh God.
cheesier insides of the universe.
Oh my God. I'm sorry if this gets heavy, people.
We already
Have cost extra.
Yeah. Just apologizing in advance for this. Okay, so you are headed towards the outer crust. The outer crust. I'm writing this down so I don't forget. And in the outer crust, let's say there's a civilization that you are meant to, it's not first contact, but you are going to continue negotiations for this planet to join the consortium.
Wonderful.
And we'll say the name of this planet, since it is on the outer crust, is...
Garlic butter?
Sorry?
Planet of garlic butter.
All right, we'll call it Garlic Butter 4.
Yay!
Yeah, garlic butter 4.
It is the fourth
Thanks,
planet
Dad.
of the Garlic Butter system, which was named for Sarah Garlic Butter, who was the astronaut who led the mission that originally discovered the system.
Of the Massachusetts garlic butters.
Of the Massachusetts Garlic Butters. But it's not the
they're married with
Massachusetts
the
in
Of the planet named
right,
Massachusetts.
United States. It's a planet Massachusetts that
Yeah.
was named for the state.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have a very elaborate continuity. You'll just have to keep up.
We rolled dice for it earlier.
So, yes, you are headed to the planet Garlic Butter 4 in the pizza cutter on your way to the Outer Rim to continue negotiations for the denizens of Garlic Butter 4 to join the consortium. Jane Starcrash, you are an intrepid explorer. So you have never been to the Garlic Butter system before, so this is kind of exciting for you. You're going to get to see some new territory.
Yeah.
Really
Really make my mark. Feel like this promotion's coming around anytime. It's been an honor to serve with you and all, but this time. I just ran up. Sometimes during discussions, I just do that in case, it reflects well on my record, and just creates in the people around me a subtle sense of leadership. You know?
Right.
1,000-mile stare.
That you could be a statue.
Yeah. I would
I
think
mean, I'm
of
not
that plan.
ruling it out.
I can see that star crash in bronze.
Also,
Such a flattering
Nikki Laney's
surprise.
getting
Are
an
they
accent.
captain? I kind of want one. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
I
Julia.
keep pushing for it. I don't know which one though.
You can change accents.
Doesn't have to be the same accent.
Yeah, you're from everywhere.
Yeah.
No, it's space.
I'm from everywhere. It's fine. You're making captain poses. It's good. It's good captain poses.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been practicing. I mean, I haven't been. That would be weird.
No, it
Oh
just
no, of
comes
course.
natural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
These are just natural poses.
How's that doohickey?
What do you mean? Why are you asking me about my doohickey?
It's fine.
I've been working on it all night. What's wrong with it?
It looks great.
Thanks. I'm getting coffee.
Well, your captain is languishing in some medical pod somewhere, having been attacked by a strange psychic entity, and you are doing your best to get by in the absence of the captain. Who is in charge while the captain is gone? The intrepid explorer is in charge. Bad move for the captain. But yeah, Jane, acting Captain Starcrash.
Say it again.
Acting Captain Starcrash. You are the acting captain. And otherwise, Dr. Cheesecake is down in the med bay. And Mickey Lightning is down in engineering. And we'll say Ambassador Steedhead is down in his cabin doing research on the denizens of Garlic Butterfly. And everybody's just kind of doing their thing. You're reading, you're
There's a
acting
wrench.
like a captain, you're doing engineering stuff, you're doing med stuff. Everybody, it's just it's suddenly an ordinary
Something else
day
on
when suddenly when suddenly for 1 second, just the briefest amount of time, you all feel pulled backwards a second, not physically, but actually chronologically, as if time just quickly rewound. Max, while you were, Dr. Cheesecake, while you were stabbing yourself in the neck with that pencil syringe, with that, yes, lead-filled syringe, as you
even worry
touched it
about
to
it.
your neck, suddenly, you plunged it in, but then all of a sudden, it's like time rewound, and you found yourself right back to where you were. And you remembered having completed the action, but you also remember the feeling of your hand being sucked back, and you see the clock on the wall, like the second hand just pulls back a hair, and then keeps going. And Amy, I'm sorry,
Unsexy.
Dr. Acting Captain Starcrash, on the bridge, all of a sudden the crew become alarmed as they say, Captain, the chronological sensors have gone to alert. We have detected some sort of space-time anomaly. The whole ship seems to have been pulled back in time by just a couple of seconds, and then just continued on again.
Oh yes, have no fear, crew of the cutter. All of whom I've known for years. But
You're just talking to the bridge?
yeah,
Okay.
we are perfectly capable of understanding and solving this problem under my leadership. What happened?
Well, nobody exactly knows at this point. It just seems that we passed through or affected by some sort of space-time anomaly.
Perhaps I can do a scan.
Constant engineering.
Perhaps I can do a scan.
Mickey, is that you?
Yes, who else would it be? Your Aunt Lydia? What is this?
Thanks.
Jovial. Yes. Yes, please do a scan.
Okay. I will do I'm gonna do a scan for unusual energies around the ship.
Soon
Yes?
we'll know what time it is.
Sure. You want to do a scan? Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like a roll to me. And that's doing a scan. That is like a tech thing. So it's that is a lasers roll. So you, Mickey, your
Three.
feelings number is 3. So
Roll above 3.
yes,
For laser?
you high
under.
number
Below.
I'm
below
below 3.
below 3.
Good engineer. As long as I can keep my focus.
Thank you for everybody watching me messing up the rules.
Wait a minute.
Are you an expert?
But you're an engineer, right?
I am an
Oh,
engineer.
you are an engineer, so you get an extra die.
Tried to keep my cool. To do this
And you're
terribly hard.
probably prepared, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm an engineer. I'm
Yeah.
an engineer.
You're an engineer in engineering, doing an engineering task, so this is
true.
all right up your alley.
All right, then we go here for scan. Oh, 1. What is that? I forgot that.
That's good.
That's good.
That's
Look,
good. Yeah,
just
yeah.
the arrows are helpful. If you're using lasers, under your
Oh,
number.
good. So it's 1. Okay.
John Harper. Good job.
Oh, there.
Oof.
And I did 3.
Laser
Wait,
feelings?
Lasers and feelings?
Laser feelings!
Laser feelings.
Laser feelings!
All right, wow, that was fast. Okay, so that is our first laser feelings roll. If you roll your number exactly, you have laser feelings. You get a special insight into what's going on, and you can ask the GM a question, and they will answer it honestly.
I feel like, what's going on?
So what are the 4 things? No, I'm kidding. What's the entire plot? I won't do that to you. What's the entire plot of this one? Geez, I can ask a question?
Yeah, you can ask a question apparently.
Can I put it out to the group for any questions? Or do I have to decide? Question.
I don't think we're playing this one according to Hoyle.
No, we're not
we
doing
get to
this
do whatever.
very well. We're doing well. So is this coming? Is the origin of this thing come from inside the ship or outside the ship?
Oh, good
Outside the ship.
Yeah. Captain. The unusual energy is coming from outside the ship. It's not my fault.
Did you
Excellent.
think it was?
Maybe I was drinking when I was working on the building last night. I was trying to keep calm.
Stellar work, which will reflect well on all of our records. You didn't happen to find out what it is, though, did you?
Oh, I should have asked. Can I do another scan? Can I do another?
Can you do another scan? Does anybody else want to do anything
Yeah.
while you're...
I'm an idiot, so
Oh.
no.
Can we do like a communication? Like, can we do like if it's outside the ship, can I pinpoint if there's a particular location outside the ship?
Sure, you can try that. Why
The
not?
ship has superior
For
sensors.
The ship has superior
Oh,
sensors,
yeah,
that's
Try
right.
it superior sensor to triangulate, you know.
Time.
4, no, bad. 6, oh shit. Fucking screw this up. And a 1 measly success.
Well, one measly success means you barely manage it. Which means that, yeah, Mickey, you are twisting knobs and dials and flicking switches and whatever it is to work the sensors on the ship. And you just barely start to triangulate the source of whatever it was that affected your ship. You get a clear direction that heads off towards a nearby nebula called... What's it called?
Oh.
Jeez, Parmesan. No, don't do it. Yes. What were you saying?
I don't know. I was thinking actually a lot about the something else that destroyed Captain Darcy's brain. And I was like, man, I feel like this should be a universe of, it's like a nebula. It's like, no, we don't talk about that nebula.
The other nebula.
It's like, no.
Yes, it is called the nebula that shall not be named.
Okay. NTSNT. No. NTSNBN for short.
Yeah, that's short. So yes, you get a yes, you've triangulated the location of the signal that or whatever it was that affected your ship as coming from vaguely in the direction of the nebula that shall not be named.
Tinitzenbin.
Tinnisinbin.
Oh yeah, T at the front.
Yeah, Tinnisinbin.
Tinnitzinen. It's a source is Tinnitzinen.
I'm sorry. What was?
Oh, my screen went off. Damn it. Sorry.
It's Tinnitzinen.
From Sam and Chat with Love. Pilot. Oh, okay. We've got our pilot for the ship.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
Finally, because this thing was not flying.
Okay, wait. Don't celebrate just yet. Our pilot is Meb Turklik. That is MEB TURKLIK.
TURKLIK.
Possibly of the Massachusetts Turklik. Oh no, an alien who wants to prove themselves to Jane.
Nice.
But they're used to flying with the y-axis inverted, so they've crashed the ship a lot when they fly down when they mean to go up.
Oh
They're playing Star
no!
Fox for the first time.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Chat. Thank
Do
you,
a barrel
Sam
roll.
and Chat.
Yay, Sam. Our Sam, right? I assume.
Yeah, I am assuming
Love
that is
it.
our Sam.
There's only one Sam.
Not that we would be mad if you were a different Sam.
Yeah, if you're a different Sam, we love you too. But if you're our Sam, we love you
out.
more.
Yeah.
Other Sam.
It's like you're like really.
You hear that?
Your aura's like really
Any
threatening.
other Sam? We're calling you out.
War.
So yes, Meb is piloting the ship.
I'm gonna say Lieutenant Turklik.
Lieutenant Turklik.
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant Turklik. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a ring to it,
Please
actually.
address Lieutenant Turklik as often as possible.
I smell a
Lieutenant
spin-off.
Turklik.
So Heather, you have triangulated the source of the signal to the nebula that shall not be named. What do you want to do with this information? Are you sending it up to the acting captain?
I'm saying it to acting Captain Jane.
Yes, I'm here to receive all information that should go to the captain.
So Captain, It is from the nebula that shall not be named, the Tintaslibidin.
Oh, thank you, meaning of night.
Yay!
Thanks.
What, Tintinabula? What?
So the nebula that shall not be named.
Tintinebula?
Tintin, it's
Wow.
it's the
I actually
classic
didn't plan that. But
Tintinebulations.
Tintaslibidin.
We're going deep.
right. If you could just write that down.
Okay, I will email it to you.
Fantastic.
I'm so sorry, folks. Once again, you can contribute and get a higher quality host and cast for the shows here on Saving Throws.
Email it to your
They
Palm
need
Pilot.
better people. They deserve better people. You can make this happen. We cannot.
Intership email, it's fine. But I think the intership it will pop up on your console, maybe. I don't know. Do we?
Oh, yes. Wow. That's
Write an
exactly
emoji.
how it works. What emoji?
Maybe the one with the smiley face and heart eyes.
Oh. That's.
You're not going to be the sheriff of scanning nebula.
I'm not sure how to interpret the time anomaly properties of the heart eyes. But at any rate, I feel we are prepared. I should probably consult with our experts and let everyone know before we take a detour, even though I am acting captain and could do that without checking with anyone.
Yeah, you could.
I'm just addressing my crewmates on the bridge. But, if I could have Dr. Cheesecake and Ambassador... Oh my God.
Steedhead.
Thank you. Dr. Cheesecake
With
and Ambassador
4 E's.
Steedhead to the bridge, please. This is your acting captain speaking.
Jane, you know you can't have this. But I guess I'll come.
Are you talking to somebody or?
It's just in
Just
my
calling
head.
back.
Just-
Oh, did you? I thought you said it back to me on the.
Jane, you know you can't have
I put my book down.
Dr. Cheesecake.
uh,
No, not appropriate.
exactly where it belongs in the outline.
What were you
spot.
reading?
I was reading a history of the garlic butters, the lost colony of the garlic butters.
Nice. Nice.
It's
Okay.
it would be a sad read if I felt that.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
so
Does that make
scary.
you prepared though? Does that prepare you for future roles if he's reading a book? Is that?
It does now.
Yeah.
I get into the elevator. I come up the elevator. I get onto the bridge. I turn to acting captain. I gained a second earlier today.
Yeah, about that. Are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I was able to crank through 3 additional pages without losing any time. If we could get more of that, that would be great.
I may have good news.
Oh.
I believe we are. Are you here yet?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to walk in my little heels, so yeah. I'm like slowly click-clacking my way.
Well,
We're
you
creating
PFW
rules with
Scott.
those regulations.
Sexily,
Yeah.
obviously.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm kind of. I'm not there yet.
I awkwardly pause in the middle of like, oh wait, briefing. I'm giving a briefing.
Can I listen
We need everyone to assemble.
Some space shows are full of action. We are not one of them.
Can I listen
Finally,
in on the
I-
intercom? Like listen in on your meetings?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm pressing
Okay,
this.
so
So sorry for
PFW
being late,
Scott.
everyone.
So PFW Scott
Dramatic
just
entrance.
very generously gave you guys 3 re-rolls to distribute as you feel.
Excellent.
Okay.
Let's get a different colored die and have it represent rerolls.
Ooh.
Oh, good thinking.
Or the coins.
Oh, this
Get to
place
use
has
stuff.
everything.
I have the coins.
Oh my goodness, the campaign coins are amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, the campaign coins are cool.
They're so
Oh, that's easy for me.
Okay, what do you think, guys?
Ooh, this one. And can we pick different ones?
Sure.
You
Eject your seats.
You have to get the exact right coins.
Oh, and this one, oh, it's shaped like that.
You have chosen well.
That's my favorite part of Indiana Jones. All right, choose this one. Good. You get it. On your way, sir.
Go home.
Get out of my cave. Okay, so these are gonna pool up there.
Yay.
Is it a whole dice pool reroll or a single die reroll? Or our option? It might be overpowered if it's the whole dice pool, but
Let's say a single die reroll.
Okay.
Since they're all count as individual victories anyway, or failures.
Okay.
Anyway.
Right.
That makes sense.
And because we hadn't thought it out first, and that makes it easier, I think. So yeah, you have called your meeting.
Yes. Yes. Now is when I give this briefing. Did everyone experience a time anomaly?
I did, and it was disconcerting because I was in the middle of something incredibly fun.
I'm so sorry.
I do blame you personally. You are acting captain after all.
The buck stops here. But our engineer says it was an external force.
Yes. Yes, I triangulated it to the nebula that should not be named.
Oh, the Tintin Nebula.
Yeah,
Yes, the mess.
The Tintin Nebula.
Short for you've been reading up on that, haven't you?
In one of my many books.
Oh, fantastic.
got a lot done in that second.
Bullet journaling.
It's good to work with professionals.
All in favor of investigating?
Da.
It was in a very no, it was an unsexy moment in my life. I don't want to have to relive it. It was too. What this must feel like.
I also must say
Study.
I am not in
sexiness.
favor of this mission, considering that I am on my way to Garlic Butter 4.
Wait, hold on. You're saying you're not coming on this mission to find out what happened with the time?
My mission is to visit Garlic Butter 4 and to have them join the consortium.
Lieutenant Turklick, is this on the way?
Is it wrong way to Garlic Butter 4?
Yes, roughly.
Roughly. Yes.
You heard the lieutenant.
Yes, I heard the word roughly. Do you mind if I specify exactly, or I get specifications as to how roughly this will put us off course?
Lieutenant Turklick?
Few million miles at tops.
Oh, well, that's not so bad. All right.
Plus
What the heck, gang? I'm in.
Excellent. So we all agree because of my powers of consensus.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what am I? I'm just a sexy doctor. I'm just here sponge bathing the unconscious captain all day. I have nothing else to do, so. You know,
Yes, sure hope he recovers.
my vote matter.
the one medical.
Definitely did not say yes.
So
like-
sorry.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, I'm in. Seems like a good
Pick up.
movie.
Yeah.
And I try to stand in a way that suggests that if somebody were to be filming all of us right now, like we would be making a tableau of leadership and adventure.
Well, I mean, while you're standing there, and you were all on the bridge,
Below.
suddenly you feel time speeding up, and all of a sudden everything around you is fast forwarding. You are aware of it. It's almost as if you're watching everything happen, and you're almost not even making your own decisions. It's just like you're being pulled, ripped forward in time, and suddenly you find yourself right in the nebula that should not be named, the ship having hurled through space as time was fast forwarding, and you find yourself in a space battle with unknown opponents. Two ships swirling around you, firing on the cutter.
Well, that was very efficient. I appreciate that.
Nice flying, Lieutenant Turklick.
I meant to go the other way!
Up is this way. Yep, you've got it. You're getting it. You're improving rapidly.
Why Ixus?
Because it's the only one
He's the only one who can fly.
that's only used. Yeah, that's why access.
So, evade, please.
Evade.
I mean, evade.
Lieutenant Turklick.
All right, well, Lieutenant Turklick's like, you got it, Captain. We'll just pull on up out of here. And he pushes the stick forward, and you go shooting down.
Yeah.
But you do go shooting in a direction, so why don't we start this as a roll? And since Amy, you're the acting captain, why don't you roll on behalf of the ship?
All right.
For now.
Turklet.
We believe in you.
Well, you're rolling. Yes, you were rolling from your own captaining ability. So you are lasers 4, and we will call this. This is a. You're using feelings here
Oh,
because
no.
you're captaining. You're commanding Turklet to dodge, fly, that kind of stuff.
I should have picked feelings.
No, you shouldn't have.
All right. I probably am not an expert. This is my first day as captain.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Correct. And I am probably not prepared because we literally only arrived in this battle half a second ago.
Right, yeah, you weren't expecting to get fast forward at the time. So you got 1 die, but you have 3 rerolls thanks to our very generous audience, PFW Scott. So,
I'm rolling feelings, which means I need to get over a 4. We can do this.
Ah!
That's a 1.
that is a 1. Do you want to try one of your rerolls? All right, see, there we go. We're already.
Thank you, PFW Scott.
Can I
Alrighty.
possibly assist with an advantage?
You absolutely can try to. What do you think you would be doing to assist?
Well, I could fetch one of my books on how to speak to subordinates.
Nice.
I like it.
Got
Okay,
enough leadership
Yeah, one of
tips?
those.
sure.
It's like a PDF, really. You can just glance at it and you'll get it.
Fantastic.
All right, so if you succeed on that roll, you can get to give Amy 1 extra die. So Mr. Steedhead, Ambassador Steedhead, you are a lasers character. You are cold and rational and plus at 5. But we're going to say, right, that you're just running back and getting a book, right, and relaying some knowledge. So we'll call that a lasers task.
Okay.
2.
2. Okay. Well, that means that is a success. So, Amy, you get an extra die to roll because Omar. Now, why don't you describe what you do? You come back with your book, and what is it that you read to Amy about talking to subordinates? Oh, sorry, read to Jane.
Acting captain. According to my research, it's important to not give result-based directions, but instead motivations that people can exemplify in their behavior.
Right.
And also, according to this, and this is news to me, complimenting people will make them feel better.
That's good advice. Lieutenant Turklick, ignore everything I said about the exact angle that you might want to take to end up over there and just trust your feelings because you are extremely competent.
All right. Well done. Why don't you roll now to see how this goes?
Is it still a feelings roll?
It's still feelings roll.
Well, that's not good.
Okay, she got a 2 and a 1, so she failed on both of those there.
Wait, but didn't you spend a reroll?
This is the reroll.
This was the reroll. I suppose you could spend another reroll, but that is your call.
We'll save it for another situation. I have wildly failed.
All right. Well, both of your die failed, so. No, you were commanding evasive maneuvers, right? Well, I am sorry to tell you that Lieutenant Turklick has just taken you down closer to the ships. His incompetent maneuvering
There?
has you what?
There, Lieutenant Turklick? Their incompetent maneuvering?
Their incompetent maneuvering has taken you closer to the ships. You have been you are now pelted between both of the attacking ships who are firing on you at once, and we'll say this is one of those. The ship is shaking. Why don't we say? Why don't we have everybody? No, you know what? Let's not do that. Yeah, no. I guess we could just do that. This is actually not. This is actually not too bad. All right. So you have, you've taken some damage to the ship, and Doctor. All of a sudden, the first casualties are coming down into sickbay.
Oh my God! This is all too much. This is. Ooh, that's a mess. All right. organize them by who looks the worst and ship them out first, and I'll deal with the better looking ones first.
Heather,
Sexy doctor heals attractive patient.
You look like you could be useful on this ship.
Would I be able
What do you
to?
do? Motivational speaking or something?
See, what's his name? What Turklik. Maybe I can redirect some of the speed of our ship to our shields for the moment.
sure. You can give that a shot.
Okay.
That would be lasers roll.
Lasers, yes. Okay. All right. Oh, I did it. I got one. Do I need to roll more or just?
You can
You
roll
can
3.
succeed more
Let's say you can roll
basically.
2 for this. Oh, DJ Regular, thank you.
Hey!
Yay!
Reroll like mofos
We need
over
'em.
here.
Is that more rerolls?
Boy, that's
I will
nuts.
tell you once.
Okay.
And then nope, just the basic success. Diverting to help shields.
Okay, but that is a basic success. So you get some power away from the weapon system, or from the flight systems, and you put them towards the shields, which start holding. The ship is no longer taking additional damage.
Okay.
That being said, once the alien forces sort of seem to notice that their weapons are no longer penetrating the shield, the weapons fire stops, and suddenly things are eerie calm. Oh, thank you, Matt 3000. Matt P 3000. Thank you.
Ambassador, do you know what species this is?
Let me look out the window and check.
And if you could describe them to me in detail, that would be amazing.
Well, you look out the window
In lurid
and
detail.
why don't you make a roll? Why don't you make a lasers roll to see what you can figure out by looking at their ship out the window?
And because
Or on the screen. We can just put them on screen if you want. I mean,
yeah, putting on screen would
Yeah.
probably make the most sense.
sure.
Oh, right on the screen.
So DJ Regular sends 2 rerolls to the table and 1 for Amy.
They watched me fail and they were like, oh.
That girl needs some more reroll.
Instantaneously identified as the one who needs help.
Yep.
So
For the
yeah,
table and one for
it goes up
me.
on the screen. Omar, why don't you roll for? Oh, did you roll or is that?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
And because I've been trained, I would assume
You
I'm
are prepared. You
right,
read that
since
book.
2, right?
Yeah, and but I guess if you were just reading that book to catch up, that means you are prepared, but you are not an expert because you've read 1 book.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So we'll call it 2.
Okay, wonderful. That's 2. So that's a 4. Those are both below.
Those are both successes.
2
Okay.
successes!
2 die succeed. All right, you did very well. Good,
Thinking like sexy dance.
good job. So yeah, no, you look out and you can instantaneously see that these are ships that are these ships are ships that you read about in your book about Garlic Butter 4 in the section on ancient space history. You know that long ago, the people of Garlic Butter 4, they were involved in a long series of wars with the cyber zombies.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
And they had thought that the cyber zombies had been long since defeated and disappeared into space, but these ships, you recognize from the descriptions you read, they definitely look a lot like what cyber zombie ships look like, which is... What do we think cyber zombie ships look like?
Probably pretty like hodgepodgey, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like kind of
Like
gross.
motherboards instead of brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like all like motherboard. Yes, the computer innards on the outside kind of deal.
That's great. The ship is laid out like a motherboard where like there's just a little square building here and like a
Yeah,
weird
it's like
rectangle
plunk,
there and like a circular thing coming up here because they're not worried about aerodynamics, so they've just modeled it. But
Yeah.
It's a Windows 95 Borg. It's not a cube, it's just flat.
Now, while you recognize that they're cyber zombies, there's not much more you can tell than that. I mean, no one has seen cyber zombies in a really long time, so all you know is just like that they are ancient enemies of the people of Garlic Butter 4, who are thought to be long gone. And you relay this information to the crew, we will say. Captain, what do you want to do?
I've prepared for this. I practiced for this. I trained for this. Does anyone know if we're in the past?
I mean, I feel like I've got my whole future to look forward to.
It's philosophical, but not very concrete.
But anywhere I am, it's a present.
So true.
Lieutenant, I'm sorry, what was the
Turklick?
pronunciation? Turklick. Lieutenant Turklick is my chronometer says that we are exactly where we were when we entered the nebula, or just a few minutes afterwards.
Okay. Should we talk to the zombies?
Sure.
Let's.
Don't look at me. They sound gross.
The zombie ships are surrounding you. They have stopped firing. They're not doing
Disappointing.
anything. They're just holding in space.
Oh.
Open a channel. Open a channel.
Okay. One of your ensigns punches a few buttons, and we are hailing the cyber zombies, and it rings a few times, and then finally it picks up, and you see a cyber zombie. I guess we're picturing some kind of combination of Borgs and Cybermen and zombies.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep. Yep.
And they say, who goes there?
Hello, this is acting Captain Starcrash of the Cutter, consortium ship Cutter.
Hello, acting captain.
You caught that. Good.
I hear all.
Oh? And who are you?
I am Captain Zombie.
Wow.
Of the Massachusetts zombies.
Yep.
Just remember, if you give to saving crew, they will find people who have ideas about stuff and know
Zombie
about
Massachusetts
games and things.
The Cape Cod zombies.
I respect your naming traditions.
We are all descendants of Rob Zombie.
I don't know who that is.
Oh. It's a long story.
I could quickly. I remember this. Do you want me to quickly relay?
Omar, yes, why don't you fill him in on Rob Zombie?
Robert Zombie was an ancient musician, sort of a traveling troubadour. Also was a filmmaker of the horror genre.
Oh.
No, that was
co-authored a few haunted environments at the Universal Studios experience.
What part of the universe was the
Famously.
studio?
I believe it was in the city of the universe itself.
Well, I've always wanted to do the tram ride.
Ancient wonders.
Well, while you're all sitting around talking about Rob Zombie and his career as a horror film director and
troubadour.
environment creator, troubadour. I'm sorry, I forgot about the troubadour part.
Dracula riding troubadour.
Dracula riding troubadour Rob Zombie. Captain Zombie says, "Go away."
Right, about that. Do you know why we were fighting?
Why? Who was fighting?
Just now when you were firing at our ship.
We were firing at your ship because we want you to go away. Go away.
He's just like.
I'm having a total crisis of leadership right now. I think that we don't want to go away. We seek knowledge of... Are your clocks being weird? Should I ask if their clocks are being weird? How is
Compare
this
notes.
help?
We should totally compare notes. We should ask them. They seem
This
nice.
is a very healthy way to, get a friendship started.
Maybe
Yes.
there's a sexy zombie or something somewhere. I don't know.
I guess Captain Zombie's just standing here politely pretending not to hear your conversation.
Yeah. We can all help.
Everybody to the bridge. I need help.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell all the wounded to fucking take care of them. I'm like, you're all fine.
Teach him a
I like
sort of
flip on
situation.
it.
Yeah.
Cruise
Just like
control.
pepper Hello Kitty band-aids out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, thank you for being again.
Yay!
Cruise control. Okay.
Fantastic.
Go there.
Put all the brains together.
Okay. We should ask him. Why not? We say, hey, why is your time reversed as well? Maybe crazy, you know.
These, I mean, they weren't even supposed to be here. So.
Hey,
maybe
yeah, why
like
do you
1,000
exist?
years ago.
Oh,
That is a very deep question.
Well,
Well, why does anything exist? If you know what I'm saying.
If we have a question, I can translate it into their language.
oh, it's very good.
Do we want to just ask about their clocks?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Ask him.
Captain Zombie,
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
how's it going? I'm Ambassador Steedhead, and I just wanted to ask, on behalf of the cutter, have your clocks been showing anomalies, chronologically speaking, or chromatically speaking? Probably not chromatically speaking.
Chromatically, like in order of notes in a scale. Hang on, let me figure this out.
Yes, I'm gonna stick with that.
He hits the mute button on his thing, and you see him turn around, and he calls a bunch of guys, and they sort of huddle, and
Do they have guitars? They are descended from Rob Zombie.
yeah, I mean, yes. You see one of them pointing up and down the fretboard of a guitar, and there's like a little diagram, and then he comes back. He's like, "Okay, well, after."
Unmute.
Yeah, he unmutes it. Sorry
Didn't
about
hear
that.
anything you said
Yeah.
before.
New mute button. Yeah.
Hit it with your cheek sometimes on the phone.
Well, we don't have anything about the chromatic stuff, but chronologically speaking, we did have some weird shenanigans. We think there's something that we have to tell you. Something dangerous, something deadly, something that could threaten the entire universe. And we will get back to that after the break.
What is shenanigans?
Because I'm calm.
Yes. Thank you so much. We'll be back momentarily. Hello.
Hey.
So we're back, and apparently for some reason you have decided to stay with us. I guess you didn't have anything better to do tonight, and now, when we appreciate it. When we last left off our team, our players had established contact with the cyber zombies, who were about to reveal some sort of deadly secret to them. But before we get to that, we're just going to take you through again real quickly. We are at a total of $50 donations for the night. That gives us $50 away from starting to make somebody, determined by a D4, rhyme for the rest of the evening. The quicker we get there, the more worth it will be. It could be anybody. We have seen some of these people rhyme before. Their skills are what they are.
Free?
Their skills are free. And again, if you want to improve the quality of talent you see on camera here at Saving Throw, you can please donate to us. And one of the ways that you can donate to us, by subbing, you can get rerolls. You can buy rerolls $6 a piece or 3 for $15 for our players. Or you can send a carrier penguin. And Meaning of Night sent tonight's carrier penguin.
Yay!
Thank you, Meaning of
you.
Night. So while you are talking to Captain Zombie of the Space Zombies, a very quick and very cool-looking spaceship shaped like a giant penguin flies up between the two of you, and suddenly a door opens on the side, and out of the door flies a little carrier penguin guy with his, complete with his mailman hat and everything, but he's got like a glass bubble over his head, spaceman style. And he's, he waddles his way through the void. And finally he gets there, and he delivers a message to internet sensation Amy Dallin.
Excuse me, we have another call.
Amy, you switch off. Yes, and you put Captain Zombie on hold, and Meaning of Night's carrier penguin has the message that says to internet sensation Amy Dallin, this helmeted penguin is for you. Take control of the ship. We need mutiny.
I have clear instructions from someone via penguin. How's the captain doing in his pod down there?
Honestly, I don't know. I stopped paying attention to it like a day or two ago.
I'm going to interpret that as a strong endorsement of our current leadership structure.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not doing a lot of leading down there, if that's what you're asking about. He's following.
Thank you, Meaning of Night, for being a voice of sanity in an otherwise uncertain environment. Amy, the carrier penguin, and leaps out into space and acts his little penguin retro rockets and shoots back over to the penguin shaped spaceship, which, with a turns and glides off into space, disappearing on the horizon. I know there's no horizon in space, but just go with me here.
Sunset?
Yes,
The penguin is now exiting the Tintin
into the
Nebula.
distance. Yes, it's it is quite a sight to behold. And you are back on with Captain Zombie of the Space. Hello, Space Zombie over here.
Right.
I'm about to tell you a deep, dark, deadly secret of the universe kind of thingy.
And we are paying close attention. Pay close attention.
So what is it, like you do the cybernetic augments to stop from the rotting, or how does that work?
That's a little bit personal. Normally,
I don't think you've met Dr. Cheesecake.
I would shoot somebody down for such an
Honey,
insult, but you're pretty
I'll get
sexy.
personal.
So, you're lucky you're sexy, Doctor. Or,
It takes a lot of hard work too.
Just the Kievs alone.
Totally thought you said Kievs.
It's those shoes.
The shoes,
It's the heels.
the shoes, they enhance the Kievs.
okay.
Let's make it weird. Look,
Toning.
sounding weird. Kievs.
Yeah, guys and calves. Look.
Okay, well, sorry. Weird. That's good.
Anyway, we're all gonna get on the same page here.
Yes.
All right, we started shooting
Caps,
at you because we wanted to drive you off, but clearly that's not going to work. I know you people at the consortium are just way too persistent for that.
Yes.
You, acting captain, have the look of a very intrepid type about you, and you, sir, look like some sort of expert in stuff. So I know when I'm beat, and frankly, I'm just gonna skip, skip right to the good part here. We, the space zombies, have been in hiding for many millennia, but we came out of hiding when we heard that here in the nebula that shall not be named is an ancient city that has fantastic alien artifacts in it. We came looking for the alien artifacts because we believe that they can be used to... I've totally lost the zombie voice here. I'm sorry. Once again, better talent costs money. Because we believe that they can bring back our dead zombie halves so that we will be cyber people instead of cyber zombies. They are supposed to be very powerful artifacts. We've just heard a little. So we have been searching the nebula, looking for wherever the planet with the ancient city is. It's a very large nebula, and we've been trying to get rid of interlopers and so on and so forth. But since you guys are from the consortium, and the consortium is known to be very helpful, we were wondering if maybe you would help us find the ancient city. Joint mission? We help each other out?
Anything to fix that up, generally.
Yep. Dr. Cheesecake wants to enhance your quality of life.
Get life. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
If we
It's my
were
Hippocratic way.
mute. Well, that's actually not my jurisdiction.
That's
Could we mute
fine.
this channel really quickly?
Yes.
We will say you have a mute. It's
Mute.
It's a mutiny. We're delivering on
need
one
it.
meeting even I wanted.
If we were able to have the cyber zombies, or soon-to-be cyber people, join the consortium, that would be a
Looks so
gold
good on my
star.
record.
Also, we'll be solving this weird space mystery. Yes. Like finding
Extremely.
treasures, kind of like doing it. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, and we can sexy up some aliens while we're at it. So I'm in.
And I would continue to do exactly what I do, which is my
Well
goal.
done. Yeah.
Your job and well.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Someone on mute. Thank you. We're in.
Team.
Well, you couldn't have waited till I was there. We could have done it all together. Whatever.
Oh,
Is
we
your
will.
hand gonna fall off?
Yeah, don't touch.
If we help you find these artifacts, will you agree to sign that paperwork to officially join, or at least be an ancillary body of the consortium?
Hang on a sec. And he hits the mute button, and he turns around and he calls his guys, and they have like a big huddle.
The guitars in the back.
Right, yeah. One of them's got a guitar. He's also, again, strangely pointing up and down the fretboard.
Yeah.
And then,
in
you see them all,
accordance.
put their hands in the middle, and then they all kind of, woo! And then they do like the whole, team zombie. And they turn back around, and they're like, yeah, what the hell, we're in. I think I can safely speak on behalf of the entire Space Zombie affiliate. Even though I'm just a captain. But don't worry, they'll go along with it.
It
We're-
sounds good.
We're in. So what do you say? We'll fly into the nebula together. We'll use the combined power of our senses to scan a mass amount of area and see what we can come up with.
And we have fantastic sensors, by the way.
Oh, great! Ours stink.
It's maybe why you're wandering around so long, maybe.
Yeah, just undead millennia trying to find one planet.
So
We're super judgy.
We're all impressed.
it's like, look, we're not that great at planning stuff. How do you think this should work?
We should. Well, what do you think, acting captain?
I, as leader and Acting Captain, I strongly feel we should consult the expertise of our valuable resources. What do we do?
Well, I suppose we can ask our soon-to-be allies where they've already searched, and then just search the spaces that we haven't, fly through, and use our sensors.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking. I feel our team is really coalescing.
Yeah. I could see if any of the bleeding people on my floor know
How's that
anything
going?
about the sensors at all. That's all I can think to do. But I guess I could make sure to keep those people alive to help.
When you say floor, do you mean in the medical wing, or literally?
Both?
Yeah, you know what, Max? It's on behalf of the medical staff, let's have you make a roll because your ship took a lot of damage and you had to get those people back on their feet. And how many people you got on their feet is going to determine, I think, or will help determine quite how the ship responds. If you have let too many people die because you suck at being a doctor, I am going to make things a little bit harder on the crew to get some stuff done during the second half of this adventure.
Okay.
So that is definitely a lasers roll because that is science and rationality, and that is you doing doctor stuff.
Great.
Good. No, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, Dr. Cheesecake is a feelings character of 2. 2 is his number. So
I likely wasn't prepared because
even though you are a doctor, you are not. Even though you are a doctor on a spaceship, you are not prepared for some reason to do the most basic.
all the wires and power up to all the medical apparatus into like really nice vanity mirrors.
Okay, you have rewired the med bay.
Really sexy
into,
lighting.
Like
Yes.
ring lights.
Yeah.
So your pupils
I've
really
got like
pop
a
up, you know?
rotating circular bed in the middle. I'm like, just put patients on there, whatever. Check them out.
These are all shaped like heart stalks.
Yeah.
So yeah, the paramedics on board are really dismayed to find that when they bring their stretchers to the med bay, they find what is basically a glorified, star trailer.
Yeah.
Where Max has vanity mirrors and all sorts of wardrobe changes, but not much in the way of medical supplies.
This is a
So
lot of private practice, just so you guys know.
this is 100% original storyline. You need to sign something saying this is not the plot of Private Practice. So yeah, Max, there's not a lot to work with, so those bodies are filling up fast.
Yeah.
And you have to marshal your medical staff. How big is your staff, do you think?
Probably 3
Yeah, let's say 3 people.
3 other people.
3 other people.
How many people are on this ship? She was tiny, right?
I don't know.
In my head, it's very small.
Yeah,
That's probably not true.
and I'm going to say
4 other people.
they brought you a few dozen people who need work.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
okay.
And you have your staff working on trying to rehabilitate everybody to 100%. You can have a cookie if you think it'll help.
No, I think it was the coins that were really going to become valuable in this moment.
Oh, I thought it was the cookies. See,
Also good.
Always cookies.
So here's a question, because I'd like to try and get an advantage in this moment, as doomed as we all are nonetheless. Can I open a closed communication channel to Acting Captain Starcrash for a moment?
That channel is open.
Excuse me.
Acting Captain, we have a lot of very wounded people down here, and I'm not really prepped the medical space to accommodate them. But I do.
The medical space is not ready for the wounded people.
That's beside the point right now.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm extremely skilled at focusing on what's important.
What I did want to ask was, you had mentioned Captain Darcy earlier and had some questions about his well-being, their well-being, and I was thinking that Captain Darcy's medical pod might, help some of these dying people. And, would you have a problem if I, just swapped Darcy out for somebody maybe more attractive?
Woo!
Or useful. However you want to look at it. What did Darcy ever do for us anyway?
He'd probably be fine, right?
Yeah, no, I mean like 50. Yeah. Like 500% sure. I'm not.
Oh.
I'm gonna say 50. But
In
whatever.
your expert opinion, I think
if
that a leader of his quality and impressive record would probably want you to use those resources for the safety of those of us not currently stricken down by strange psychic entities known as something else.
I couldn't agree more. I think he's peaked. All right, Captain Star Crash. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I think I have to roll an alignment check.
I mean, if we had, wow. Aren't we all glad Max became a filmmaker and not a doctor?
I'm just doing what needs to be done here, all right? That guy's just taking up space in my heated bed.
Well, acting Captain
Are
Star
you freeing
Crash.
it up so you can nap in it?
I am one of the more useful and attractive members of this.
Wow, the chat has now christened #MuteMe.
What?
He's new to me. All right.
He'll
Well,
probably be fine. The doctor just said he's 500%
good of the many,
sure.
more,
Right?
greater than the
He
good
was
of
a
the
real
few,
hero.
et cetera, et cetera.
And will continue to be when he's inevitably fine.
Yeah, when he wakes up, he's not going to mind. Okay, so I'm gonna try and if that gives me an added die advantage, that'd be amazing.
Well,
Just
first
swap
thing
him out and
Max
start
is-
healing people up with his medical pod.
It's not quite that easy.
Ah.
Dr. Cheesecake, first disconnecting, taking him out of the medical pod, or taking the captain out of the medical pod, is in itself a dangerous act. So you're going to have to roll for that to start with right off the bat.
No.
And that is lasers. We'll see how well you do here. So
With laser,
go for it.
one can only assume. No, I rolled a 5. That is higher than a 2.
Okay.
How dangerous?
It's pretty dangerous. So you pull the
Okay.
plug on that thing.
I'm gonna try one
Oh,
more reroll.
okay.
We've got some
Use
of
a
these.
reroll.
Yeah.
We don't live forever.
Damn you, generous
You know.
chat. I could have killed it. Okay.
Darcy definitely won't. All right, come on.
Yeah,
go.
on behalf of
1 or
Darcy,
2.
thank you, chat.
3. No, I
boy.
think this might be a losing proposition.
That was a 3. You were. Oh yeah. Okay.
Are we killing Darcy right now? Is that what's happening?
Captain.
I'm not sure.
This is happening. Brr, brr, brr.
Okay. Well,
Bad.
you pull the plug on the pod because you're like, well, I don't want it to short out while I'm doing this. So you pull the plug, and while you're pulling the plug, of course, all the systems go down, and you're cleaning the outside and preparing the patients that you're going to need to put in the thing. And while that's happening, Darcy is just being absolutely consumed by the something else. Inside Darcy's head right now, there's all sorts of metaphysical torment being pulled through planes of existence, ripped apart at the very level of the soul, which externally manifests itself as sort of just like a little kind of fluttering in the eyelids and a little
Like doggy
shaking.
dreamy?
Yeah, like kind of doggy dreamy. So you don't really notice, but yeah, you have just basically doomed your captain to at least quite a while of just complete psychical torment at the hands of the something else.
Got it. But I don't notice.
No, you don't know. So you just push Darcy on off to the side, and you have established your advantage for yourself. Yeah.
Okay. So now I need to heal some people. I'm here for you, wonderful crew of the Cutter. I care about you deeply, and I think of you as my compatriots. No. No, that went badly. That was a 5 and a 6. Yeah, and I need to get a 2
So you
or
have-
less.
But you have one success?
No.
Oh, it was just those two. Okay.
Just those 2. Yeah.
So-
I failed again.
You failed again. Do you have a couple of rerolls there?
I have so little faith in anything that's happening in this med bay right now.
Chat will help us.
All right, I believe in you,
do it.
Chad. How about a battle axe? That seems good. Let's do this. Come on,
Oh, worse.
Ooh,
Oh my
worse.
gosh!
Great. A 6 and a 6.
You're so.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
you put
I
somebody
may
in.
have lied on my application.
Yeah, you put somebody in that pod and it just like electrocutes them or something. I mean, it's just like a
no.
complete disaster. It's
Went to
not
Irving
only
University.
Of literature?
the pod's useless. Your medical care is for crap. We're gonna say that the ship is gonna be working at a sort of reduced skeleton crew.
How's it going, Doctor?
So badly. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing down here.
Oh,
This place is awful.
you're usually so confident and sexy.
I'm sorry, Captain.
Um,
Permanent full-time captain who has to answer for all of the terrible things I've done.
okay.
So meanwhile, back up on the bridge, you have gotten the news that your crew is not getting medical treatment, so you're gonna factor that in. That your ship is working on kind of a skeleton crew, thanks to
Can
your
I?
sexy but incompetent
Literal
doctor.
skeleton crew.
That's
More
the zombies.
skin on their bodies.
Can I send my trusty engineer down to see if she can improve conditions in the med bay, or should I advance the plot instead?
You can do both if you want.
Okay.
Okay, Heather, you're on your way down to the med bay to see what you can do. Amy, acting Captain Starcrash. You are on the bridge, and Captain Zombie.
Your mascara's all run.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Engineer, fix the mascara. Everything will be back on track.
Excuse me. Yeah, acting Captain Zombie is there, and he's waiting for you to get back to him with a plan on how you're going to search the nebula that should not be named, aka the Tintin Nebula, for the ruins of an ancient city that could possibly bring the dead half of the cyber zombies back to life so that they're just become cyber people.
I wonder if that city would work on our entire crew.
At this point, anything will sounds great. I'm so
I wouldn't
willing
listen to that
trust
guy.
anybody.
He doesn't really. Very attractive, but doesn't really seem too effective at his job.
Usually those qualities translate directly. I'm very confused.
Yeah, in our culture too.
It's called the halo effect.
It works.
Right. So we were wondering if you could give us some sophisticated analysis and details as to, for example, where did you already look?
Oh, just right around this area here.
Oh.
And he just sort of points around to the sky near them.
Wait, you. Well, I'm in down the med bay. I can't say anything.
I'll send you some coordinates.
Ambassador, would you plot out a course for some other parts of space?
Absolutely. What other parts?
Pretty much any, I
All right.
think.
Ambassador Steedhead, you are looking at the data that you are getting from the space zombie ship. I'm going to ask you, do you have experience with the space zombies? Have you ever heard, you've only read about them in a book, but I'm sorry, do you have experience with navigation? Sorry, what I meant?
Well, I would imagine if I've traveled on my own and I'm just joining this ship for now, at some point I have to navigate on my own.
Okay.
You're
maybe not.
savvy, right?
Maybe not. Yeah, I'm savvy. Maybe not pilot, but definitely navigate.
All right, so we will say that you have expertise in navigation. This came up rather suddenly. You haven't been studying charts of the nebula, so we'll say it's expertise, but you're not prepared necessarily.
All right.
You're kind of just jumping into this. So that's 2 die. And why don't we roll to see how well you plot this search course?
It's a 4. Below my 5.
Yeah, that is a lasers roll. You are lasers plus 5.
And 1.
Woo!
Okay, so that is 1 success. Oh, no, that's 2 successes because you were 5. Sorry. All right, well, yeah, that is a complete success. And you look at their data and you can see the area that they searched, and factoring in the range of your sensors and the range of their sensors and the speed of your various ships and the size of the nebula, taking all these variables into account, you are able to plot a course that will get the two of you searching the nebula, the entire nebula, in a matter of a few hours. You send them their path, and you go off on yours. And now the ship is flying flying Ambassador Steedhead's path. And why don't we say, Heather, you're on your way to Med Bay to help Max, but for a moment you're just going to roll on behalf of the engineering department who is running the center scans. So why don't we just see there? That was a lasers roll. You will use your personal stat, so
3.
you are feelings 3.
All right. Get 4. 3.
Okay.
Laser feelings.
Laser feelings.
Laser feelings.
Laser feelings.
Twice for you.
I
Okay.
love it. So
laser
exciting.
feelings means that Heather gets to ask a question. So ask a question.
So is there perhaps a signal we pick up that is like reflection of city, like habitational treasure?
Okay, so the question is, do you want to know where the city is?
Yeah,
Basically.
basically, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Um,
Can we get ping on where city is?
Yes, absolutely. See, the city was on a planet, and the planet exploded, and now the city is on a little shard of the planet that's
Never-ending
floating through the
story.
nebula, and that shard is on the other side of a meteor shower. All the little broken up bits of the planet, which are all, hurtling through space in various directions. There's basically no way to approach the shard, which is at the center of the meteor storm, which expands outwards in every direction. So basically, you will have to fly your ship through the meteor shower, successfully navigating around the meteors or destroying them with your weapons or whatever else you can think of to get to the little shard of planet that has the ancient city on it.
The good news is we found the city.
What's the bad news?
Yeah.
Turklick is piloting.
They're a great pilot. It's just the up and down part that's a
We
problem.
just need to go under and or
think it's above
over.
us.
Maybe we
the
can angle ship
asteroids.
first and then just go forward.
Acting captain.
Yes.
Permanent.
Permanent captain.
Maybe, possibly.
Like, definitely no.
I was not on that channel. I was not privy to that information until now. Captain, could we contact the cyber zombies and ask them to assist us in our travels through the meteor field?
It's an excellent idea, Ambassador on the ship of which I am possibly acting captain and possibly captain.
I saw the mid base. She's definitely captain.
Heather, while we are with you for a moment, why don't you make a lasers roll to see whether or not you are able to get anything working down in the med bay? Reassemble some of the equipment.
is
that-
this?
fritzing out.
Yeah.
What is going on in here?
Bad bleep bloopers just going bananas, and this guy won't stop bleeding. Like an asshole.
It's like utter chaos. It's like capitalism without any regulation. Okay, 5. 3.
Okay, 5 and
Laser
3.
feelings!
I don't know what to ask. There's so much blood. There's so
All right.
much death.
Who's gonna clean this
We'll
up?
say you
Oh.
succeed at fixing some of the medical equipment. So
Okay.
Max, the med bay is back in order, and we'll let you roll again later to see if you can get some people back on their feet. But you get
Anyway,
yet
roll.
another question. This is getting boring, right? She just keeps getting all the questions. All right. What is your next question, might I ask? Mickey Lightning. What rank? What's your rank?
Engineer.
That's
You're
your
like a
job.
lieutenant, a commander.
Well, we'll call you Lieutenant Commander Lightning.
Oh,
because
Lieutenant Commander
That
Lightning.
sounds super badass.
Yeah, lieutenant
I
commander.
put it on my OK Cupid. Lieutenant Commander. I don't know. I just
It's
They
rather many
message me,
people
then they
in-
stop messaging me.
It is this kind of sophisticated accent work that makes Heather one of the most sought-after actresses in all of
Time.
time. All of time.
You wait till we turn that on you the next time everyone's a cowboy.
I'm terrible.
So I want to. So I'm in medical bay right now. Is there? Do I happen to remember if there is circuits or a computer connection that comes through, like alongside wall of medical bay, that would help our ship dodging asteroids, like navigating through all that? Do I find like the little, like the is that like a little circuit to the navigation?
Yeah. You find all sorts of junctions and relays and whatever it is you need to be able to do. It's you are
Like
you
power
are
up our
you're
agility
the O'Brien,
so we can
you're
get
the
around
Scotty.
things. Okay.
All right. So this is what you want to try and do is
I like to, find it, work that, and then work up our ship's agility so we have better chance of getting through asteroids.
okay.
Pump back up the speed as well from the shield thing.
I like that.
reroute
If
whatever.
you
Yeah.
succeed at
Triangulate.
Yeah, if you succeed at this, what we'll say is anything related to flying through the navigation field, we'll just give everybody prepared automatically, so you all get a die to roll
Okay.
on there. And Heather, Lieutenant Commander Lightning, you pull out your toolbox and go to work on that junction relay fuse box switching bay terminal, and
Good. And a little thing there. Move the bloody guy aside and work on that.
and why don't you make a lasers roll?
Lawrence.
Okay, laser roll.
Oh no.
This is very
moderately
engineering.
attractive Lawrence.
I need to laser roll.
Moderately
Okay, laser.
attractive Lawrence, full of
6,
blood.
terrible. 6. 2!
Okay, well
Barely
that's
a
one
success.
Okay, well, one success means you success, but this is a success with complication. So yes, you get the advantage. I will say that you managed to hook everything up. You jerry-rig the system such that the engines are a tiny bit faster and the shields will be a little more responsive. So that is in place, but the problem is that you have sapped all of the power away from the med bay. So all of the stuff you just fixed is now all useless again.
Oh, no.
So all the people that were dying in med bay and were just told that the equipment is back online and they're going to be okay, Max now has to send his crew.
Yeah.
Max, what do you tell people now?
Well,
You
I think-
just told them that the equipment's back online and don't worry, they're not going to die. You were like, wow, things were looking close there for a second, but now it's okay. And suddenly all the
Right.
power's
And
gone
now
down.
all the lights just went out. This is totally normal. Obviously, as our chief engineer is here taking care of all of this, you should have expected this. I don't know why you're all panicking. So stop screaming, you big babies, and line up and make sure that all your blood pools in organized places so that we can shove it back in you later. And understand that this is all going to get handled in short order, and that you should be trusting in your now permanent captain, Star Crash, and her excellent crew of obviously capable and intelligent people.
We're aiming for funny, but we're getting like disturbingly frightening.
Still
Yeah.
funny though.
But I would like to calm them as best I can and say it's still gonna be okay, and probably that lightheaded sensation you have is you blacking out. But
Yeah, Max, I feel like you should have to do a feelings roll to see how well this
Yes.
speech works. Because they're all just kind of staring at you like slack-jawed, like taking it in, processing, trying to figure out what this means. Why don't you do a feelings roll? You were not prepared for this, and you are not an expert at breaking this kind of your bed. In fact, your bedside manner is just like the pit. So
probably not.
you roll one die in a feelings roll. Max is a feelings character.
Could I
with a
give
number of
advantage
two.
by running down the same book that I was providing to the captain earlier?
How to talk to people, you idiot.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you give that a shot, Omar? Roll very quickly to see if you can help Max out here.
Oh, this is for lasers, right? Because I'm just bringing.
This is a
down the book.
lasers roll because that's what we did last time, right? Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. One.
Yes.
All right, so Max, you were about to while you were giving your speech. Ambassador Steedhead comes like sliding through the door and flips you a book with a bookmark in the thing. You scan down the pages. Omar, what is the advice that you have earmarked for him as far as breaking this kind of news to to patients?
The less you say, the less it seems like you're lying.
Oh.
That makes sense because
Gonna be fine. Shut up. Bye.
Okay, well, sure. But you get the extra die because Omar created the advantage. Were you going to say something, Captain?
No. After the roll,
After I failed the living shit out of this. No, I got
feelings
one.
roll.
I got
Okay,
one
you
of
got
them. Yeah,
one?
I got one. I got one success and one failure.
One success and one failure, but that is one success. So that means you get the job done, and you give that very short but apparently effective speech. And it accomplishes the goal. Basically, everyone's kind of like, fine. But the complication is that one guy in the back is really angry, and he picks up a tin can and he throws it and it hits your head. So as you're walking around, you just get like pelted on the back with like a can, and you turn around, and now Max, you have a headache going forward for the rest of the session.
Real.
Sometimes consequences are big. Sometimes it's the little things.
yeah, I was gonna say there's a big difference between the two consequences.
Yeah, I know. This one's serious. Okay.
I will say, acting Captain Starcrash has decided to run down to Med Bay to see this for herself because she has a very clear idea of what, she's always imagined the scene of if your captain dies heroically in your arms, and that doesn't seem to be exactly going according to plan, but she's gonna do her best to book it down there and see the body, which I assume is just lying on the floor.
Yeah, just dreaming. Just puppy dreams. I think he's chasing a car.
So I awkwardly prop the body up and try to look exactly like I imagined it in my head and be like, Captain, I won't let you down. We all have to carry on after his sacrifice for the welfare of others. And look at all the people clearly not being helped at all by our decision to pry him out of the med bay. He would have wanted what's best for all of us. He knew the risks when he took on this assignment. He loved being captain, and he would have wanted other people to have their own dreams of being captain as well. So it is with great humility that I reluctantly accept the honor of being, for the time being, your actual for real captain.
All right. Well, Amy, that sounds like a dangerous move to me. I'm going to make you roll to see quite how aware and quite how consumed by the something else he is right now.
Great.
We're going to call that a feelings roll.
Okay.
Because you are trying to overwhelm. And I'll say if this is successful, I'll say the captain's reaction will be indicative of what the rest of the ship is going to do, or at large, not the player characters, but the other NPCs on the ship. If the captain lets you get away with this, it's just implicitly accepted. I am so sorry that apparently our show has become entirely about the administrative politics of the med bay.
We're all
The
in
one
med bay.
thing nobody knows about.
Oh my goodness, 2 successes, one of which is laser feelings.
What?
Wow. Okay, so you get 2 successes, so that means you do very well. So what we'll first say is that the captain lost somewhere in his own psychic hell, longing for death inside his brain, manages to blurt out, which most of the crew is like, I think he said okay. So it is.
Shed a tear.
And you get to ask a question. Finally, someone who's not Heather. Thank God, right?
A question. The awkward, tiny, nagging voice in my head says, is it possible to save the captain?
Is it possible to save the captain? No, I'm just going to go ahead and say canonically now, no. Thanks to Max's absolutely horrible medical practice, the captain is now eternally lost to the psychic torment of something else.
Oh no.
Oof. I feel as if somewhere he approves, and also we are super never getting him back.
You owe me for that one, Starcraft.
Right. It was an honor to serve with you, Captain Darcy, wherever you are.
Should I set a course for the artifacts?
Yeah, let's.
I never
All right.
thought this
I
assignment
find
would
all
get
this
so dark.
sentimentality inefficient.
Now, you did some pretty good plotting work before, so we're just going to say that you are able to instantaneously plot the course without rolling off of your last bit of work on navigation. And you are off and into the meteor shower. And
Up, Lieutenant.
there...
Up is that way.
Up, yes. And he's like, and they're... Turklick, sorry. I don't know why I can't get that to stay in my head. They are like...
You're having trouble remembering Turklick. That's
that
so
way!
strange.
And they push and go shooting down.
Oh, okay.
And
Down
you
is
are
good, too.
now randomly spiraling, around the meteor shower, Launchpad McQuack style.
Okay.
And what are you all doing now? The ship is making its way through a meteor shower. I would assume. Why don't we start? Since you just botched a bunch of
You know
stuff
what
in
I'm
Med Bay, why don't we start with engineering? You already got us an advantage. Everybody's going to have a prepared die for anything that relates to rolling through this.
Thank
What are you
you.
doing
Thank you.
specifically
Thank you.
now?
Let's see. So we're gonna land in the city, yes, probably if we get through this field. I'm going to prepare, and we're looking for like treasure in the city. So I'm going to prepare enhancements on our devices that we have, our scanner devices, to hone in on the treasures in the city.
Okay, sure.
Nice.
Why don't you make that roll right now? That's lasers roll.
Okay.
When did you do this?
Just very slowly.
It's beautiful.
Heather built a dice diamond. A die diamond?
A diamond.
Diamond?
A diamond?
A diamond. That's got some.
Sorry, once again, if you want to see more talented people on
Picture.
these shows, contribute to below, and we will help Dom find more qualified candidates.
One.
Take next Sunday's show and interview
So
anybody.
one, just barely success.
Barely success. Okay.
Yeah.
You managed to calibrate sensors for treasure.
Okay.
That is a scientific thing. You can sense it. What are you doing, Captain?
I'm sort of supervising everybody, but I think either myself or the ambassador might want to see if we can't blow up some of these asteroids, a thing we are both extremely trained in.
Okay, we're going to divide that up into two tasks.
Okay.
Captain, you are going to personally take the helm, and you are going to pilot the ship so it can get close enough to the asteroids. While you, Ambassador, are going to activate the tractor beam, which you are going to sort of set for reverse to, deliver a great blast of force to the asteroids that the captain flies you near, trying to break them up and explode them away from the ship. So, Captain, why don't you roll first?
All right.
For the piloting.
All right, Cutter, it's just
That
you and me.
is
Turklick,
it.
take a breather.
Now, I'm going to give you a choice here. It's like you can do this. You are a lasers character, so you can do this on laser, saying you are being cold and calm and calculating, or I'm going to give you the choice to roll it on, make it a feelings roll. If you want, because this is one of those, just you're gonna try and like use the force and navigate your way around.
I'm going to cheap out and pick lasers because I'm better at it.
All right, yeah, I figured you would. It's what it was anyway, but okay.
Plus, my feelings are all tied up right now in an extremely complicated relationship with my new job.
Oh, I can tell. Yeah, it's really complicated. I can see you're all torn up.
Tough life.
Meanwhile, I'm just monologuing about me and the cutter, and I like it's just you and me, and our destinies have led us to this moment. But I'm on the bridge in front of everyone.
Yeah, I buy that.
So, do I get a bonus die from Heather's preparation?
Absolutely. That is yeah, directly applicable.
I've already stuck stickers all over the captain's chair. I get a base 1. I am not an expert, but I do get the prepared from Heather, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are not an expert, right? Because you're not a pilot, but yeah.
That away. Oops.
Okay.
Woo.
She big time bombed both
Just
of those.
the worst.
It looks like you have a couple of rerolls over there.
I do.
Just so our audience knows, they are down to 2 rerolls. Oh, and Amy has her personal reroll.
So I'm blowing the personal reroll and one of the group rerolls.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
Gold, I love it.
Come on, I can do this. This is your first job as captain. You can do this. Apparently, I can do this. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yay.
All right. Well, you are a solid.
I almost went up
pilot.
instead of down, but all of years of watching Turklick finally kick in at the last second, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, exactly like you said. In the back of your head, you just hear this voice that says, "Do the opposite of Turklick. Do the opposite of Turklick. Do the opposite of Turklick. Do the opposite of Turklick." And because you do the opposite of what Turklick does, you are flying clear. Which brings it to you, Ambassador. You are definitely not an expert in using tractor beams, but because of the work that Lieutenant Commander Lightning did earlier, you do get a preparation die.
Wonderful.
So this is also a lasers roll. Yeah, go for it.
Great. Off the bat.
Laser
Yeah.
feelings.
Laser feelings.
Wonderful.
Feelings.
Laser feelings, success.
Okay, so that is a laser feelings and a success. Well, we're going to say you start taking out a couple of those meteors, and you get a question. See, another one who's not Heather. It's awesome, right?
Thank you for sharing the laser feelings.
As we are clearing the path through this meteor field, I would like to know, as we are approaching the ruins, the alien ruins, will there be any? Can I detect any obstacles?
Just the meteors and stuff that you still have yet to pass, but otherwise, no. There does not seem to be any specific space obstacles.
Great. No space trap nets.
No nets. No, you don't pick up any other ships. No deadly
space
satellites
wolves.
in orbit.
Great.
No space wolves. Although I wish
wolves.
I had thought of it now.
Right. There was just a time in Space Mojave where I would like to not revisit.
So now you're making your way through the through the meteor field. Did you? I forgot. Did you call to the other ship for help getting to the field? 'Cause you
We
probably didn't.
meant to.
You meant
We
to.
talked about it.
All right. If you meant to, we'll just say that because you guys were working in tandem anyway, that you were just
We left
relaying.
poor Captain Zombie on the channel this entire time.
Right. Yeah.
We all left the bridge. It was just like a second ensign over there, and Turklick trying to hold up their end of the conversation.
Yeah, you look over to the screen and you see Captain Zombie kind of crying, being like, I can't believe your captain just, wow, it's prisoner of the something else forever. And I mean, man, that was really unexpected plot twist. Watching you guys for this whole time has just been, I have to say, it's a very sobering experience.
It's a shame how completely unavoidable that outcome was.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Trust me, as a cyber zombie, I get that.
I feel like we're really connecting.
Anyway, he pulls his ship into your wake, and he is following behind you. And you are shooting out asteroids as you were piloting your way through. And why don't we say, Heather, well, why don't you do a scanner roll right now?
All right.
We said you already had a preparation, you were for treasure scanner?
Yeah,
So we're going to say...
When did you do that?
Growing in multiple dimensions now.
Growing.
Yeah, it is getting bigger. Can we get some pictures of that?
Yes. Yeah, totally.
So, Heather,
Dart.
why don't you roll a lasers roll for scanners?
Okay. Oh man. Okay. 4. Okay. No way, I want to get below.
no, bad, yeah.
Bad.
Oh.
Going great. 1 success.
1 success. Okay.
Unless you want to improve it.
Yeah, you still have 1 reroll. They're down to their last reroll, chat.
We're not getting stingy with these things.
Cookies! Bonus!
Wow.
It's like, mama. Okay. Let's do 1
Did
reroll.
you just claim that? That thing thought you were its mom?
No, I was like, nah, it was sound cookies make, like,
And now the captain is going to eat
Oh, I
it.
thought you were saying
No.
Mama.
Oh,
mean-
this is sentient
Well,
life?
got
Oh.
real.
Oh, nope, did nothing. I rolled the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay, and that was their last reroll. Remember, you can buy them rerolls, and your money goes directly towards getting
I will
better
take it.
programming than this for next week.
Rhymes.
Now, okay, yeah, now you roll.
success.
You have 1 success. So what you detect way off in the distance the shard of the planet. What do we think this planet's called?
Oh. I never read Tintin, so I have no idea. What's that dog named?
Yeah, it
Snowy
should be some
Quinn.
kind of a Tintin reference, but does anybody know?
Haddock.
Haddock? Oh, the captain, right? Yeah. Okay, so you detect the remains of the ancient planet Haddock. It has now been reduced to a shard of a planet with a city on it.
Captain
Ivory Tower.
Better take it to the garlic butter people.
Thank you, Amy Dallin, for having the on-hand comic book knowledge that we needed. And Heather, it's your scanner finds the city, and your scanner detects that there is some sort of the equipment that you were briefed on by the cyber zombies. Your equipment, your sensors do determine that the equipment is somewhere in the city, but not quite where. You know it is somewhere in that city on the shard that is ahead of you. But first, you have to dock in the city. Now, this is, of course, a shard of a planet that is hurtling through a nebula, and you have to, get your ship and by proxy the cyber zombie ship, which is following in your wake, safely into its orbit, so that you can go down to the surface. So, Amy, we're going to call that a piloting roll, and since Captain Star Crash, no longer acting captain, since Captain Star Crash is personally assumed command of piloting and put Turklick on stand down, this is for you to roll. So this is still gets the bonus of Heather's prep die, so you get to roll 2 dice here, and that is a lasers roll.
No rerolls.
No rerolls left. This is what we call playing hardcore. No.
Can you roll for Turklick to see if they help me?
Yeah, sure. I can try. Somebody.
What does this button do?
Turklick will roll 1 die. And what Turklick does, is sort of like lean over your shoulder and start like shouting instructions. And well, Turklick doesn't have a character, but we will say that they are a lasers character, +5. They're they are. What was Turklick? We got a little description in the. They've taken away my
Meb
text.
Turklick is an alien proving themselves to Jane, and crashes a lot because of y-axis
Oh, right,
issues.
because
But,
y-axis. So we'll call this a feelings character. So
yeah, very into Jane.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
say feelings 2. This is and now is making a lasers roll.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well.
Mad.
Unfortunately, that is 6.
You dumbass.
Turklick leans over and tries to give you advice, but sort of like, oh my God, what am I going to tell you? All right, there's so much to say. Where do I even start? Okay, well, I mean, when it comes to piloting, the first
Right
thing
on,
you
I
know
guess
is
we're
that-
going!
And you're off.
This is a lasers roll?
Yes, this is a
did
laser
well.
roll.
I think
I did badly.
you roll higher for lasers, right?
I want to roll under my
I
number.
still get it mixed up.
Yeah, the arrows are the only reason. You covered them with a ziggurat.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get a picture.
Slight problem.
I love it.
Yeah, I completely failed.
All right. Well, as
You know how I named my character Star Crash?
yes.
Aw.
Well, the cutter, you completely fail to create a safe approach, and the cutter just flies into orbit, right into the atmosphere, and starts like pulling and shaking, and you're getting one of those the flames are starting to form on the tip.
To my face.
What's everybody doing? Doctor?
I'm just spritzing the place down with like rose water.
Okay, so you're trying to make some sort of like medical accommodations.
I think I'm trying to keep people calm and also smelling nice, and I'm also trying to find myself some Excedrin.
All right, we're gonna call this a feelings roll for you.
You're fine.
Why don't you make a
have any
feelings roll?
Tylenol?
Heather's prep no longer counts because she was not prepared for crashing.
Okay, right now.
It was just preparing for flying. So
I believe you didn't see that
But
coming.
you,
I know.
you are a doctor, so you get 2 die because you're an expert, right?
Cool. Yeah, I am. This is one thing. Sure, I've trained in this. Sure, I've trained in this, guys. Seriously. I got laser feelings.
Yay!
Okay.
That's
You got laser feelings.
I get to ask the questions now.
Thank God.
How do I look?
You have to answer honestly.
Yes, I have to answer honestly. What is your question, Doctor?
What is my question? Is there a soft, embracing, warm place that we could crash this ship into that is not going to kill us all?
Yes, absolutely. There is a lake of water, which, because it's not H2O, it has a different chemical composition, is much more thick and viscous than, much more thick than real water. It's almost like Jello. If you can crash the ship, manage to hydroplane it on Lake Jello, I think you could probably survive this one.
Okay. Captain, one of the bleedies on the floor here had mentioned to me that after looking at some of the scans of the city, that there is a kind of KY jelly-like lake that we could crash into and would probably have a pretty smooth landing.
Once again, if you want to support quality programming like this, please donate at...
Doctor, I value your unique perspective. Let's see if we can't gently glide our way to, yes, the safety.
The coordinates. Those are for you.
Well, Doctor, you send up the coordinates. You get the coordinates, and I guess first it's I'm gonna say the computers are open to your command crew, so everybody's in tune on the plan and what's going on here. You don't have to share this information. Is there anything either of you want to be doing to help here?
Is there anything you can do to the equilibrium of the ship to help stabilize her piloting, like help to balance it in as we enter the atmosphere?
Yeah, I would say you can do something. Why don't we say there's a why don't you roll and then we'll see, depending on what happens, what you do.
Okay. 2. That's some success.
It's a lasers roll, so that's a success. And that's only 1 die, I will say. Or well, no, this is an engineering feat. So yeah, you can roll 2.
Another 2.
Nice.
All right, so that's 2 successes. Well, okay. You run commandingly towards the cargo bay and pull like a cargo eject switch, and it just sort of opens up a back, and the massive amounts of cargo that you were carrying but did
Doctor,
not
your
necessarily
outfits.
need. Yeah, just millions of pounds of clothing that. Yeah, Dr. Cheesecake's wardrobe, which actually weighs millions of pounds because some of his clothes are made from very expensive dark matter felt.
Yeah.
Goes spilling out the back, and that just changes the entire equilibrium of the cutter as it starts to tilt upwards, giving you an advantage in landing. We'll say that gives you the third die that you don't have. It's like the equivalent of the expertise die.
Excellent.
Anything you want to be
Fake
doing?
expertise acquired.
I suppose I could ask our zombie friends if they can use possibly their tractor beam.
Oh, PFW Scott, thank you. Gives one more re-roll to the table.
Yes.
I promise they'll need it. So your tractor beam.
To ask if our zombie friends can use their main ship's tractor beam to assist us with some stability.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a diplomacy roll. You're calling and asking them for a favor, so you are prepared. You are an expert. Like you read the book, you know. So, yeah, this is you can roll 3 die, and this is a. I guess it's a. Call this a lasers roll because you are practicing your craft.
Oh, wonderful! Great.
Yeah.
Cool
Right.
nationality.
Because I
Right.
don't have to actually connect. I just have
Right.
to say the words that they think is me connecting.
I mean, it's not like you're trying to make some
Great.
sort of a.
You seem so
You know.
human sometimes.
I mean, or actually, I guess I
I
should
hope
ask
so.
you. I actually guess I should ask you. Are you trying to make some sort of emotional appeal, or do you have like a kind of like argument, logical?
Oh, it's in their
argument?
best interest for us to land safely and return to them the artifacts that will transform them into humans. I
Okay,
don't
that
see why.
absolutely sounds like a logical argument. So it's like, yeah, roll on lasers.
Wonderful. And that's 3.
3. You are an expert in this, and you are prepared because you read that book.
I don't even know what happens if you get 3
Wonderful.
1.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so 3 out of 3. That means it's a critical success, and you get an extra effect. So say absolutely, yeah, Captain Zombie says, "Oh, we can totally do that." He's like, "Use the tractor beam to stable them out." And their ship's tractor beam shoots out and grabs a hold of you.
I'm really getting the hang of this.
And your whole ship is much more stable. And as an additional success, Omar, you know, while when you see him go like, "Oh yeah, I can do that, definitely," it's like you almost read a little like posturing.
Posturing.
Yeah. Like you know, "Oh yeah, sure." You know, he's kind of. You get the sense he's putting on a little bit of a front for you.
Mute.
Well, hang on.
Mute.
You have gotten all your advantages now. You still have to roll to see if you can land this damn thing.
So am I rolling a full 3?
You are rolling a
Between
full
all
3.
those advantages. Excellent.
And thanks to PFW Scott, you have 1 reroll in case you almost kill everybody.
Yay.
Or kill everybody. This is a one-off. You can kill everybody.
Oh yeah, we've already taken 1.
R.I.P. bravely sacrificed Captain Darcy.
Yes, that's what it was.
Only there was something I could have done.
Very brave.
There was nothing anyone could have done.
Exactly. Lasers roll?
This is a lasers roll, yeah.
Come on, Lake of Pudding. Oh, 3 successes!
Hey.
All right.
Well done.
Well done. Okay.
1, a 2, and a 3.
3 successes. I mean, that spaceship just comes down on the Jello Lake gracefully. It sort of skims along the Jello, bouncing, but in a nice, harmless, decelerating sort of way. So it's like a skipping stone. It finally comes to a rest, like right near the shore. And but the Jello is dense enough so that the ship's not sinking. There's no kind of danger. But that was 3 successes. So we'll say that not only were you able to land, but you were able to land right in the Jello seaside port of the secret city I guess the planet was called Haddock, so we'll call this Haddockia.
Nice.
Once again, if you want a
Hadouken.
better GM, you have to donate.
Yes, we're at the
Had
Haddock.
doc.
The Haddock. Yes, you are at the Haddock in the city of Haddockia on the planet Haddock. Because we stink at this. So
I
I blame the Hadotians.
you are there, and Omar, before Ambassador Steedhead gets a chance to relay his information about what he detected when you were talking to Captain Zombie, you notice that the other ship has not released you from their tractor beam.
Thank you for the assistance. We no longer require the tractor beam. So thank you. But we'll take it from here.
We think it's best for your own good that we keep your ship locked up in the tractor beam for now.
Excuse me, as captain of this ship.
Why do you keep doing the...
What? I don't know what you're talking about. As captain of the ship, I feel that we are fine. Thank you. We no longer require assistance.
Yeah, no, I'm not letting you out of the tractor beam.
Captain Zombie. Captain to captain. What are you doing?
All right, it sounds like you're trying to make some kind of emotional appeal to him. So why don't you make a
no.
feelings roll?
Yeah. Am I prepared or an expert?
Well,
Probably not.
no.
Okay.
You are neither. And does anybody want to try and help her?
I have an idea for another thing to do.
All right, we'll get back to that. Anybody want to try help her on this? No? No?
I'll just fly up.
Yeah. No, I got nothing.
Can you use your sexiness?
I can just do distracting dancing in the background.
Sure. Why don't you make a roll to see if you can do distracting dancing in the background.
I'm gonna prance and cavort in a arousing manner. That would be something a cyber zombie would be into.
Nice.
So probably
are a sexy
lot
doctor.
more shambling than normal.
A shimmy and a shamble.
And hey, laser feelings. Success.
Yes!
Okay. Laser feelings and a success. Well, you're doing your sexy dance in the background, and it is actually kind of distracting. What is your question, Doctor?
What do these guys really want with this planet?
All right, well, the truth is, to power those ruins, they need something much more powerful than their own ship. So they knew where this place was the whole time, and they were luring you here with your ship so that they can get you trapped here and then use your ship as an engine to power those ruins to help restore them.
Little do they know, I'm basically siphoning the power out of this whole ship the whole time.
Or, well, actually, I need to be completely truthful. So it's not only does it... I actually need to be completely truthful here. So not only does it restore them, but the price of restoring them is that the machine is going to rip a hole in reality. See, the reason why time was speeding up and slowing down before was that they were trying to get this done just with the engine on their ship. But it was it's like trying to power a time machine with a lawnmower. It just kind of and disturbed the space-time continuum a couple of times as they were cranking it up. But it didn't work. And then they detected your ship, so they came and they tricked you stupid idiots into bringing your ship all the way here. And now you're locked in their tractor beam. And what are you going to do?
Can I?
got sexy ass appeal.
I could also give information about the cyber zombies that might be of use to the captain.
All right, so hang on 1 second there with I know we'll get back to your plan.
I am aiding Captain Starcrash in...
Right, with the sexy dance. So that gets you a die, and now you want to also aid Captain Starcrash...
With some information from my books.
With some information from your books. So we called that a lasers roll before?
I believe it would be a lasers roll.
Go for it.
Wonderful.
All right, so you get 3 die to roll now.
Excellent.
And you are...
So do I have any of that information in character, or is this a...
Yeah, we will say that...
I got an idea, since it's gone so well.
Yeah, go for it.
While I'm doing my sexy dance in the background, I keep kind of making goo-goo eyes at the screen, and I lock eyes with one guy behind Captain Zombie, and I'm like, you and me, this is happening. And and he's writing me notes on this giant piece of phone cord, being like, we're totally trying to steal all the power figure out how to destroy space-time. I love you. Like, it's like super
This is
Love
the best
Actually.
thing that has ever happened.
It's just like, pretend it's scary.
So you have that information in game now.
You and I'm not noticing the signs because I'm just so focused on the captain. So if you could like dance over to me and whisper that stuff.
I'm like, pretend it's careless. I love you. Wait a minute. No, this isn't. Oh, they're gonna destroy space-time. I get it. I see what's happening right now. They're trying to. Yeah, okay. This is bad. This is terrible.
Oh my goodness. Captain to captain, what are you doing? This is a feelings roll?
Yes.
One success.
One success. I'm trying to restore our humanity at the price of the space-time continuum. Are you happy now? What are you gonna do about it? Oh, little miss trapped in a tractor beam.
Little captain trapped in a tractor beam.
I stand corrected. I totally lost my zombie voice too and just became like a generic alien guy, but it's okay.
Mute.
Oh my god, I can't believe they're turning on us. Who would have thought we couldn't trust space zombies?
Captain, if I may, just running the scenario through my mind, eliminating all feelings about it. If they are able to return humanity, to return their own humanity, but they punch a hole in space and time, most likely from the power source, which is here, they would be lost in space and time. This would make no sense. Whereas if we were to offer them possibly a treaty where we would work with them to restore their humanity to their possible sexy future selves,
Finally.
then we could
Everyone's
use the
on my-
resources that we have with the continuum, or in the consortium, and instead do that, which would have a greater percentage in terms of chance of success than this, which will definitely fail for them.
So ignore their betrayal and just point out to them the flaw in their own plan and offer them a better plan, which also keeps us from being destroyed and gets them to join the consortium and leaves us with just beautiful records, and also we get to explore that city.
While you were considering that, Heather, you had some plan concerning trying with the tractor beam. What was your plan?
Like, you know that part in Independence Day?
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh my god.
Not the virus.
I'm
Maybe not the virus.
sorry,
thinking the
people.
same thing then.
No,
I am
but I
so
wish
sorry.
I thought of that.
I'm thinking to like shoot a plane up. Its
That's what
yeah,
I was
okay, good,
thinking.
yeah, you're right.
Like, you know when he's like, when the guy's like, whatever, I'm back, and like it makes the whole thing. I was thinking maybe not blowing up the ship, but like
You want to
adjusting the
Randy Quaid
shields so it shorts out the tractor beam through the tractor beam. Like I cripple their ship through their own tractor beam, and thereby freeing us, and even maybe like sucking their power out through the tractor beam.
Well, that's a lot of stuff to do. Why don't we say that you'll try and...
Just fly a ship up their butt, like. Just,
Well, you'll try and do a reverse. You're right. You'll try and
Reverse
use your
the-
shield to throw like a sonic pulse up through the tractor beam to break the tractor beam's hold if you're
Yes.
successful. And that is a big time lasers roll because you are doing engineering stuff. But you are an expert, although you are not prepared for this because this is the kind of thing where it is like you are pulling one of these Star Trek improv solutions out of your butt. You've never done this. No one knows if it's going to work.
But you are dangerous, so
I am
hopefully this
dangerous.
goes well.
More snap.
Yes.
Okay, we go here. Okay, forget. Okay, I gotta concentrate. I like to tell everyone in the internet, everyone be quiet. Just for a minute. One. Okay, I got one. Got a success. 2 successes.
All right.
Sorry, I told everyone to be quiet. It's okay.
Well, you
She's a roller coaster, but she's a great engineer.
A little off the gill.
you managed to short out. You send a pulse back up through the tractor beam, and that like totally cracks the underside of their ship where the tractor beam emanates from, and the tractor beam fritzes out, and suddenly the ship is free.
Ha! Stupid zombie technology.
What do you do?
Captain, we could leave here right now. And you could go through with your plan with somebody else's engine. But all it will do, as the ambassador here knows, is hurt you in the end because you're going to get lost in space-time and you've already been lost for thousands of years. And that's just a terrible plan, Captain Zombie. But
There's always a bud.
if you definitely do not trap us again and do not turn on us and do not rip a hole in space-time, we will work with you to try to adapt the technology of this city to restore your people, but only if you accept our leadership and join the consortium.
Let me think about this for a second. Eat me! Fire! They try shooting the tractor beam back down at you. Why don't you make a piloting roll to see if you are able to... your ship is landed right now, so it's not a piloting roll. Heather, why don't you make an engineering roll to see if you are able to keep the shields up in such a way that keeps the tractor beam from re-engulfing the ship.
Okay, and I'm an expert, but I'm not prepared.
You are an expert, you are not prepared.
Okay. No, 1 success. 2 successes.
Yes!
Well, your shields hold perfectly, and you can see Captain Zombie's. Damn it!
I'm like on the engineering deck going.
I broadcast that picture.
Look, I don't really like you consortium folks, and I'm not really big on the space-time continuum either. So this whole thing was like a win-win-win for me all the way down, but apparently it's just not going to happen. So I guess I will reluctantly accept your offer. We'll work together to try and figure out how to fix our humanity without destroying the space-time continuum. Deal?
Ambassador, go to work on that research. Lightning, see if you can strap our energies together in a way that doesn't trigger the space-time continuum. And Doctor, get ready to do some zombie makeovers because they need a lot of help.
All right, so each one of you, that is going to be a lasers roll. Ambassador, you are lasers rolling to do research to figure out how to change them back, or yeah.
Yeah, can I do like a leadership roll to see if I give each of them a prepared bonus or something?
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you just do that first?
Okay.
Bouffant hair.
How many do I get on that?
You get 1 because you didn't know you were going to have to give this speech, or you're not
Yeah.
prepared for it, and you've never actually been captain before. Let's face it, acting captain doesn't count, so
Yep.
you were not an expert.
Well, let's see if this works. It didn't work.
It didn't work, but it was a noble attempt.
We'll try it again.
You are up, Ambassador. Research.
I've got 2.
You get
because
2
right.
because you are not prepared, but you were an expert.
Wonderful. And wonderful. 2
successes.
Yep.
All right. Well, you pass on that research. You do the research, and you pass on what you have learned to your engineer. And
Space-time continuum.
you start studying his work, which is going to get you.
It's infinite.
That will get you your prepared bonus when you do your roll. But first, you are getting the med bay in shape to do these zombie to human makeovers. Let's see how that's coming.
I've lived my whole fucking life preparing for this day.
It's the part you were born to play.
All right. I just like roll all those like uggos out.
Our crew,
Like,
you mean?
oh wait,
Yes.
corpses. Yeah, into the jello or whatever.
Out of the ship.
I don't even know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just away. I'm just like push brooming. And I'm like fixing up the lighting. I'm getting all the hair stations ready, like making sure there's enough mirrors, because I assume this is going to be a large ship of zombies.
Replicate some wigs.
Yeah, replicating just like so many wigs.
Yeah, there are a lot
and
of us.
Tons of like eyelash curlers and stuff like that. So yeah, like I'm breaking out all the good tricks.
Might I make a recommendation?
Absolutely.
Well, we have several dying crew members. We also have an entire species that is the undead that will soon become human again. If maybe before our crew members pass away, they can be bitten by the cyber zombies. Perhaps we can save them in a subsequent.
Oh yeah, sure. That sounds a lot like medical stuff. So I don't know.
We will take all of that into account in one last. You make a lasers roll, which you will call your medical business roll, which accounts for successfully turning all the dead into undead, and then preparing to turn the undead into good-looking people.
Fight the former captain, who, even if returned to life, would probably want to choose a different path because of the scarring experiences.
The captain is beyond saving. You can try, but you already know it's not going to work.
Definitely not happening. I've already scrapped the captain for parts. I got 2 failures, which were horrifyingly wrong.
But you got one
I
success.
got 1 laser feelings actually.
All right, so
I got
say
laser feelings. I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
what we will say is that is just barely,
feelings.
that is a bare success. So what we will
Yeah.
say is that you were able to infect some of the dead with zombieism, not all of them.
Right.
And you are able to get the equipment working enough to make some of the zombies really good looking and other ones just attractive.
Like,
Just like
yeah,
passable.
just solidly attractive.
yeah, like,
Not like
I'd throw
outrageously
it to him,
gorgeous.
but like,
Right, yeah. Just
I wouldn't
yeah.
like make a thing about
Just
it.
yeah, par. Okay, so you are ready to take zombies, assuming this works. You've done your thing. You have done your thing. It is all down to you now, Lieutenant Commander Lightning.
okay.
You are making a roll to see if you can arrange. You are carrying out the captain's order to see if you can put this machine in condition to turn the zombies back into people.
Without
Okay.
ripping a hole in the space.
Without
Observing the
ripping a hole in the
space-time
space-time continuum. That's the big
So
catch. there, yeah.
how many dice do I get?
You get 3 now because you are an expert, and thanks to Omar's research, you are prepared.
Oh yeah, this research. I'm like, okay, checking the footnote. Okay, it's very good, very neat handwriting, very nice.
Thank you.
Alrighty, no, nope, no. So terrible fail. Thank you.
Wow, it
Last
really all
one.
comes down to the last reroll.
No.
No.
Oh my god.
And on that, you have got the med bay in order. You have given a stirring speech, and you, sir, have shown the kind of research skills that could save a universe if the universe wasn't about to be destroyed by Heather mucking with the space-time continuum. So,
what is that?
as the zombies are-
Engineer?
Dangerous engineer!
Yeah, this is the downside of having a dangerous engineer, is that as the zombies are standing there watching, suddenly the space-time continuum starts to rip, and the last thing you all hear is Captain Zombie saying, "Oh man, I could have done this myself!" And then suddenly, all of reality is ripped apart into nothingness as our game comes to an end. Congratulations, you destroyed the entire universe.
Thank you for all your, thank you for your service.
Chat, we
my
would
God.
really like to thank you for trying to help them. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah.
So we definitely, a threat was cyber zombies.
Your threat was cyber zombies, and they want to empower an alien artifact, which will rip a hole in reality. And I sort of like faked
Yep.
you out a little bit in case you were looking at it by playing with the reverse time thing at the beginning, in
Yep.
case you were looking for like what the effect was.
That's amazing.
Well done.
Amazing.
Thank you. You guys were great. Well, we're right at the end here, so real quick, why don't we just go around, say your name, tell people where they can find you on social media, Twitter, whatever. Max, go first.
Oh, Max Isaacson at Brosis Movies on Twitter, and brosismovies.com is my website with all my work. You can find me there.
Heather Wood. You can find me on Twitter as Heather Wood, but there are so many Heather Woods in the world that my name is like Heather, and there are two underscores, then Wood.
Thanks to your contributions, we'll try and get a better header wood for next time.
Yeah,
The one underscore.
Destroy all of
Yeah.
the Heathers.
I know.
Just saying. All other Heather Woods. I've met several other Heathers, and they are good. My name is Amy Dowling. You can find me at Enthusi Amy.
Awesome. I'm Omar. You can find me at Omar Najam on Twitter, as well as Omar Najam Film on Instagram. And then 13 days, 13shorts.tumblr.com is where all the fun Halloween art stuff is. So check that out.
I'm Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter at rbud913, and you can follow at Tempting Fate if you want to follow the show, or at Saving Throw Show if you want to follow Saving Throw.
At Tempting Fate RPG.
At Tempting Fate RPG. I don't even know our own thing. Thank you, Dom. See, Dom, we couldn't get along without him. And yeah, thank you for coming and lasersing and feelingsing us with us. And we will see you next week on Sunday when we have another regular Tempting Fate. On behalf of everybody, good night and thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Universe.